Hello everyone, and welcome to the SLE, Supreme League Europe. My name is JT, Just League Things without the L, and I will be your caster. Joining me today is the lovely Shrek, or we can call him Dylan, but I think I might be calling you Shrek throughout. Hello Shrek.
Hey, it's great to be here.
Good. Well, today's game we have Zero Gaming versus NSG Forsaken. Zero Gaming are taking first pick, taking the blue side. Now, looking at the draft, already got the Viego ban. As resident jungler, we'll be borrowing you for any jungle views. What do you think of Viego's state at the moment?
He's not as strong as what he used to be. A lot of pros are still building him with Divine Sundra, but it's just not. He's not like a top tier jungler, I'd say.
No, not quite. Now, we have had a patch where he has been buffed. They're trying to bring back Crit Viego into the meta. I think is the aim, is what they're going for at least. I don't know how I feel about Crit Viego, I'll be honest. I mean, Viego's one of those. I think it's turned into a feast or famine champion, right? Where you
Yeah,
either pop off and do tons of shit, or you do absolutely nothing. So yeah, I don't think I would want it on my team. I think personally I prefer something a bit more battle orientated, more about those active Gans. But in the meantime, draft is popping off. We're already through the first wave of bans. We got Viego, Ziggs, and Camille coming out from Zero Gaming, and Kane, Fiddlesticks, Lucian. Lucian, pretty solid first pick. Fiddlesticks, I believe Zero Gaming has a bit of a Fiddlesticks player on their side, so I understand those bans, but I'm going to be interested to see what the first pick priority is. We've got a Tristana hover and Tristana lock in. Okay, first pick
that's
Tristana.
interesting.
It's interesting to say the least. I think it's still a strong AD carry, and the immediate Thresh Aphelios reply. I feel like I'm in Worlds on one side, and NSG Forsaken running it down with the Worlds draft, and I imagine that's going to be a comfort pick. Do you reckon it's going to be in
I feel like NSG Forsaken's definitely got the upper hand currently in the draft. Just from the fact that their bands look so much better, and they've already basically counterpicked the Tristana.
Yeah, yeah, because I think the whole point of banning Viego is because it was a really solid first pick, whereas
Hmm.
nowadays less so. But the Lulu Tristana, all right, Enchanter days, they're returning. Where's the Ardent Sensor meta? Bring it back. The glory of the bot lane carry days. That's what I truly miss as a filthy bot lane player. What can I say?
With the bot lane matchup as the Diamond 4 ADC here, how do you think it would go?
Well, the J4, okay.
Oh,
J4 player, how's it feel? Oh, and the
oh,
Zac!
is it?
Okay, are we gonna
Hello?
see both of your champions in one game? That would be really interesting.
Oh, I don't know who to root for. This
Oh,
is
and it's been locked in. Okay, NSG going with the Zac. Now, again, it's not something that we've particularly seen in meta at all. Jaravan, we have a little bit, but the Zac definitely not. It's been a while. To be fair, maybe they took notes off of what the last game that was held here with the 5-man Zac plays and things. So I'll be very interested to see how it goes. Following up with a Fiora ban, take away some of that split push potential because it looks like NSG wants to fight. You've got Zac, Aphelios
Hmm.
Thresh, this very mid to late game savvy fighters, especially with Aphelios, right? You wait for his good guns. Once you've got the Severnum Chakram, then red white it's over. You win a team fight as long as your Aphelios stays alive. And I mean, so far Zero Gaming they've got a pretty bloody team fight in response. I mean, Trist Lulu is again consistent damage. J4 disrupting all in the backline. Got Aurelia ban, so pretty much both teams focusing on the top lane at the moment. They are either looking
Yeah.
to shut down the enemy top laner or play through it themselves. RIP being a top laner at this point, there's like four top lane bans, five. Would not want to be a top lane player and immediately pick up the cannon. Fair play. It's something we've seen throughout the SLE quite a few times. The cannon, quite a popular pick, I'd say, with how it is been presented and used. Some really big TP flanks and just flanks in general. We've seen quite a lot of that in the SLE. What's the Zac versus J4 matchup like?
It's definitely early game J4 dominates, but
Yeah,
the creativity that's unlocked through the Thresh, Aphelios, Cannon, Zac, compared to the very, very straightforward engage comp that Zero Gaming have, is
yeah.
late game team fights. If I don't see some creativity from the Zac, Aphelios, and Thresh, then I'm going to be disappointed.
I think that's what separates the team fights, right? One is much easier to execute in Zero Gaming's, which is very much we're just gonna
Mm.
run in a straight line towards you. It's a front to bank cop. It doesn't get
Yeah,
much more simpler than that. You know, you've got Tristana, Lulu, Syndra in the back line, J4 Poppy in the front line. But we've got the first draft complete already with the
the
Yasuo
Yasuo,
last pick coming in, looking to a combo with the Thresh, the Zac knockups, trying to really go in ham. Fair play. Wow, this is quite a that's quite an aggressive draft from both teams. I gotta say, I do like the aggression. It makes for much more entertaining games to watch.
100%.
So give me a quick rundown of Zero Gaming's draft. What do you think their main objectives are, and what should they be playing around?
So currently, they should definitely be playing around mid bot. Poppy's just the safe top laner. If I don't see Jarvan trying to gank mid level one, then I also think it's such a surprising way to do it. I always do it; and it always works. You either get a flash or a kill.
Right.
Um, but I definitely want to see early fights from Zero Gaming.
No, fair enough. I think it would be definitely Zero Gaming's early game. I do agree with you there. You know, you've got the J4. Lulu can make anyone deal damage pretty much at any point throughout that game. Going for that early aggression, especially with a Yasuo mid. I feel like mid and bot are your two most volatile lanes, right? Like Thresh lands a hook. You've got Lulu to neutralize. You have Tristana jumps to get away. I'll be interested to see if Zero Gaming initiate any plays 2v2s in the bot lane because I don't think they would with such a safe lane. Tristana rocket jumping and Lulu just keeping everyone alive to get out. Whereas NSG,
100%.
obviously, you've got the Thresh picks, you've got the Graviton roots and things, and I think NSG. If I was them, I'd be looking to play through probably bot because you want to get your Aphelios head, you want to get your Tristana behind, right? I think this will be a bot lane focus game.
Yeah,
And mid
yeah,
lane will just kind of happen and they'll do their thing. One of them might completely pop off and ruin it for everyone else. But it'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of digging the Yasuo. I won't lie. It's always hype to see a Yasuo come out, right? Like he's very much a fun to watch champion. Seeing him dash all over the map, pop off. Questionable into Poppy. I don't I don't know how I feel about that. Is an interesting pick.
yeah. You can
Um,
win all the ranged auto attack.
True, and you can win more the Syndra ultimate, of course.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, Poppy designed to stop the Zac, very much a Zac counter. Yasuo
hundred
kind
percent.
of cucked themselves picking into it a little bit. Even good against the Thresh if you can time it. If you get hooked or if someone else get hooked, they're going to be dragged in. Just bounce them away. I feel like Zero Gaming have more options when it comes to playing aggressive and playing defensive. You know, you've got Syndra scattering the weak just to keep push everyone back very much. Again, another anti-Zac champion. He wants to jump in. Syndra just ease him away. Same with the Kennen. Same with the Thresh. So Syndra actually looking to be a really solid pick with that big disengage
Disengage. Yeah,
ability, right? And Poppy also there with the disengage, got the Damascene Justice, got the ultimate to keep them away when they get too close again. I think Zero Gaming have a flexible draft in terms of whether they want to be the ones to pull the trigger versus if they're being the ones trying to defend and win against. And on the side of NSG, it's very much a one-sided comp, right? It is we're gonna go in, we're gonna fight. We have two, three different ways to do that. Canon Zac Thresh, you can kind of count the Aphelios Moonlight Sigil. I don't know if I would, but it's there. It's an option. Um, I'd be very interested to see how they're going to utilize these champions. we will be jumping into the game momentarily. Just waiting for the good old spectators delay. Any thoughts on the draft? Anything you want to highlight or bring up?
No, I'm just hyped to see the two junglers that I main being played, and also the fact it's not really a split push comp on either side, so it's a lot. It's going to be very bloody.
Very bloody, very bloody. I want to see the level ones coming out. If we're going to see any 5 stacks on the bot lane top, or any interesting bush strategies, you know, the real guerrilla warfare. That's what I'm here for. Seeing just how these teams manage to play it out. I'm going to be very, very interested to see how this one turns out because they're relatively the teams in terms of skill they're relatively even matched. Um, I'd say you could argue that NSG are a bit more ahead in terms of skill, but I think having seen a Zero Gaming game recently, I think they have ways that they could pull it back.
They played SGM, didn't they, recently?
Yes, they did. Yeah.
They took a game from them as well. Yeah, I remember that. It was pretty hectic game.
Yeah, for sure. It is. I'm kind of hoping we get to see another bit of a hecticism, if you will, there as well. See a bit more crazy action. But yeah, once again, this bottom mid, I think is gonna be the spots for attention to see how it goes and see who is going to be taking first game. I think tempo in this is going to play a big part. I'm willing to put a solid prediction that whoever takes game one probably will take game two. Um, I think
Oh
once
wow, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. Let's predict. Who do you think is taking game one?
I'm looking at Zach straight away. Their creativity. Aphelios is a ticking time bomb. 100% NSG. I feel like it's going to get to late game, and I think NSG is going to take it away.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm maybe for the sake of doing it, but I believe that Zero Gaming, they can win this, and I think they will. I think they've got enough disengage. I'm now remembering the Tristana Buster shot. You've got so many different ways to just shut down this cannon, this Zac, from trying to get in there and cause that chaos and get that damage off. So I just think Zero Gaming have too much disengage. I think as long as they can play their objectives right, make sure they're focusing a lane and actually taking advantages where they can find them. I think as long as they can pull that off, I believe Zero Gaming are going to take this game, and I guess therefore I think they're going to take the series. Um, I'd be happy for it to go to 3 games. Don't get me wrong, that's super hype. But I think this might be a two and done situation at the moment.
All it takes is a gravitum R to get everyone stunned or rooted.
This is very true, very true. Once you've they have the long range engage, you know, thresh hooks. That's also a good one of those sort of coin flip factors. You know, it's not quite a blitzcrank where you land a hook and you know if you do you kind of win and if you don't you don't. But I think thresh is a bit of pressure on the thresh to land those hooks to help make those plays, those flay plays, if you will.
I do have to admit, Zero Gaming has a really good pick potential. They could just catch someone out in the jungle doing something, and then Tristana can jump on, Poppy can stun. You've got Syndra and you've got Java. It's just really good at taking down anyone that's even remotely close to their jungle.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think with the Syndra and the J4, like if they manage to lock someone down, CC them, there's gonna be some danger. There's gonna be trouble for whoever gets caught into that net.
Hmm.
We are now just loading into game while my client boots up, and then we will be seeing who will be taking the first game out of Zero Gaming versus NSG Forsaken. Going to be very interested to see how these two teams stack up and what they do. Just now swapping us over. There we go. Right, so game one of the match. Let's see how these teams decide to play it.
Well, automatically Thresh is gonna, yeah, they're going for an
They're going for
invade.
the full 5 top stack, right? So
Yeah.
I respect it. I think that makes sense.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, here we go. They're stacking up on the top side.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Okay, Zero Gaming. They've been spotted out on the ward. Oh, they do get the ward. Gotta remember, it's all about securing that initial advantage, right? And I think they got that extra XP. Get that in lane little spike. I think is gonna be excellent to see how that plays out in the lanes. Who actually got XP? Can we check? Kennen.
Minions have spawned.
I think all of them got it, so it doesn't actually make any difference anymore. That's a bit of a shame. I kind of wanted to see something spicy.
You may need to set the minimap to 30.
I have adjusted accordingly.
Awesome.
So we can see those little portraits in the corner.
There we go. Perfect.
So, how's this? What's the early game clear looking like for these junglers?
So Zach, 100% full clear. If he doesn't go for a full clear, at least a 4 camp clear, then he's trolling. And I want to see either Jarvan do 3 camp or 1 camp, preferably 1 camp, especially into a melee mid lane matchup.
So I love seeing people do the double camps. It's so hype seeing those double camps,
yeah.
man. I do love to see those plays. Now the Poppy mid, Syndra top, so they have actually lane swapped to get the Yasuo against the Poppy. Obviously trying to negate that, get that Poppy. I'm assuming is probably going to be the first iteming a Bramble Vest, I'd imagine. Eliminate that melee versus ranged top lane problem as well, right?
Yeah.
You can see Poppy rather comfortably, although has used 2 corrupting pots and the cookie now, whereas Yasuo happily sitting. A little bit of trading coming up from the bot lane, just going with that double to advantage. Hook coming out, gonna catch the Tristana during the rocket jump, and they're just gonna poke it down to secure themselves a lovely lead. Ophelia's still level 1 though, so Thresh got some extra XP somewhere. Maybe it's the ward coming in handy, or probably more likely Ophelia's just missed a few minions.
I'm really surprised Syndra isn't currently bullying the Kennen for that coal pickup.
Okay, we're going to see some action up in the First Blood. The Yasuo flashing away. We don't get to see the First Blood just yet, but there's the power of the Poppy coming in. Meanwhile, Zach coming in for the gank. Here he goes. Going to just go on behind the Poppy. Going to hit him with the Q, slap him together. Looks like Poppy's fine, but over up in the top lane, we do see some action coming in. Poppy coming in with a stun onto the cannon. Cannon just gonna fire out some damage. Meanwhile, bot lane, there's a kill. I imagine there's gonna have to have been a Thresh hook. Apologies that one happened. Too many things happening at once, but there we go. First blood going over to the side of Gee, with the Aphelios as well. Ever important. Jack coming in for the coming in for the repeat gank. Is Minecraft down? Gonna find anything? Doesn't look so. Thresh roaming up into the river. Just secure that vision, which is a bit of the bane of jungle sometimes, I can imagine.
Oh, 100%. And just straight up, already, massive fights going around everywhere. Again, with that disengage you were saying with the Poppy, knocking into the cannon, getting away. Just locking down that Yasuo.
Very big. And CS-wise, we're... Just get that. Can I swap them? Oh, shame. I wanted to swap them. My squad going away. Okay. Aggressive trading in the mid lane. Zach coming in for the top lane gank. Syndra gonna get caught out. Scatter the Weak gonna push Zach back out of the range of the Q. But meanwhile, in the mid lane, Yasuo aggressively trading. But Cannon gonna get the stun upon the Syndra. Zach walking in does have the passive up. Gonna be dealing damage. Cannon. That's some pretty nasty attack speed from the little rats. Just kind of throwing it out, but Syndra gonna successfully walk away. No summoners for him for either. They're just gonna happily survive. Back to this aggressive trading in the mid lane where Yasuo steps up and Poppy just absorbing that damage, has managed to get the back off, did have to use the TP, so Yasuo doesn't have TP. Poppy's gonna miss the heroic dash into the minions, dive under the tower. gonna get the passive W off, but Yasuo not gonna be able to follow up because he is getting knocked off. That was passive. Tristana gonna get rooted by the Gravitum. Thresh Hook not there to follow up as a good time to jump. Meanwhile, they're looking for the dive in the bot lane. Jarvan looking for the flag and drag. Poppy walking up, gonna stun into the tower. There's the drag, there's the follow up, there's the second blood of the game. Zero Reverie is gonna go down, so it is gonna be a 1-for-1, but that wave under tower gonna be looking nice for the side of Zero Gaming, Zero Riverick. I'd say you'd be happy with that trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's straight up. Syndra's first of all really lucky she landed the EQ combo onto that Zac. If she just landed the E, he would have been able to grab a minion and throw her back.
Yeah, for sure, especially that mid lane there was very beneficial for the Poppy to get that wave under tower as well. And Zac decided not to stick around to clear it. Charging up another gank, gonna jump, just pushing the wave. I think he's trying to crash the wave for the cannon, but I think the wave just made things worse. Not gonna be able to pop the passive for the side of Syndra, but aggressive trading up here in the top lane. Poppy again just completely shutting down that Yasuo. Here we go, the bot lane though. Aphelios with that Graviton with the Thresh is such a dangerous combination. I mean, on the top lane, Flag Drag gonna go to wide, gonna dash back. Scatter the Weak does connect, and there it is, the ultimate, the collection of balls. And in the bot lane, that's got to be another Thresh Hook connecting onto Lulu, onto Randomorph, who's gonna go down. And second kill picked up by the Aphelios. Now got himself a 15 CS lead, 17 now. Tristana backing under tower, so they're gonna secure some plates. Fine, they're just gonna secure the happy back off of the back of that then.
The Zac is doing some really questionable ganks.
Questionable things. It's interesting, but his bot lane, the combination, the RSO and Tarky Watcher coming in strong.
100%. Aphelios is a ticking time bomb already, and he's just getting more and more fed.
Yeah, his time is being rapidly increased. Scuttle Crab is faker. Honestly, Scuttle Crab dukes are so hilarious. Watching them just fucking dash all over the place. I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, this bot lane's looking rough. The Tristana Lulu not quite online in terms of damage or disengage yet.
Oh,
so Zac looking in for the jump in, and Poppy just denying everything with that W. So just they're not able to get anything off with a follow-up. That is rather unfortunate. Again, the Zac not having much length with these ganks. 0-0 with the lucidity for the side. Here in the bot lane, not quite going for the freeze, but a hook does connect on the Tristana. Rocket jumps away, but Thresh not gonna follow up. Just going to take the Pope, and they'll move on. You know, off in the top lane, Cannon with the slicing Maelstrom not gonna be able to connect the stun onto the Syndra, who is just gonna happily walk away. Ultimate traded for nothing but a bit of damage. And Poppy. Yasuo, watching this Yasuo, this must feel so bad for him. I don't feel bad because he's playing Yasuo, but meanwhile in the top lane, Syndra ultimate coming out, gonna connect with the Q, forcing the flash of Cannon to come out. Meanwhile in the bot lane, Zac finally connects. Oh, but Jarvan's here for the response in the lane gank. Ultimate coming out and flashes from both teams now. Zac getting really low. Jarvan also just as low, but bot lane no kills either side.
Played that so well.
With the red-white though going in, getting polymorphed. There's just no damage from the side of Zero Gaming. They just can't get any picks, despite both teams being as low as it gets. Zero bloodshed as of yet, but I don't think they're giving up there. I think they do need oh my goodness, the Aphelios damage! All he's got is a Noon Quiver and a couple levels up, and he is obliterating this Syndra, just not giving the respect deserved there over from the sides. We do have a TP coming in from behind. Little fight coming over. Syndra TP, Scatter the Weak, not going to connect yet. There it is, onto the Aphelios. That is the heal coming out as he survives the Lantern! There's no way. Syndra going to be forced to flash. Going to get the shutdown though. Jarvan dashing in with the flag. Are they going to get out of the flash? Double kill on the Syndra. So the now top laner for the side of Zero Gaming coming in heavy, actually. That is very important, I think, for trying to get them ahead. Apologies for my horrible camera work at the moment. But that is going to be 2 kills and a shutdown picked up by Syndra, who's very happy with that. Zixer has been known to pull out some pretty swanky plays. Looks like Zero Gaming do know and they want to contest this Herald up in the top lane. The poppy damage, Zac just has no resistance with that boost first purchase. Flat, heroic charge, there comes the flag and drag, and even with the smite not going to heal up enough, there goes Smell Mushroom. Bye-bye! That's a poppy ultimate. Yasuo there by himself, going to get knocked up. Gonna send out the ultimate Scatter the Weak. Syndra does so much damage! It's just not even fair. Thresh Hook coming in, not gonna catch the Jarvan in enough damage, so he's happily just gonna wander away. And here we go. Wow, Herald secured as well, seems to be going well.
Yeah, Zero Gaming is taking this. Early game straight away. Zac, I feel like spreading himself a bit too thin. Not really focusing one particular lane. He's trying to win every lane at once, and it's just causing, well, it's causing Jarvan just to have a free time counter ganking him every possible opportunity.
Yeah, pretty much. He did get successful into that bot lane, but was just not able to get anything off the back of that. And but yeah, Zero Gaming did manage to turn it, so props to them. I guess they've turned it nicely and not managed to clear something out. Oh, Jarvan caught out, gonna get played back. Is that coming in? Oh, but the Cataclysm backwards! There's no way!
That was impressive.
That is Jarvan mechanics right there. Chucky bringing it out with the mad plays. That was actually really impressive, I gotta say. The Cataclysm onto the mid-air Zac, and then the flag and drag to safety. You gotta be feeling a little bit salty if you're on the receiving end of that one. Not ideal, to say the least. Okay, Thresh just exerting so much pressure with the combined damage of the huge Aphelios at the moment. Going shield bow, as you would hope. Ridiculously strong item just means that you survive much longer than you should. And this bot lane is looking very healthy. Real quick, get the gold. Aphelios, a solid 1.5k ahead of his counterpart to Ricky in the bot lane for Zero Gaming. The are still looking very happy. Hex Flash coming out. Zac looking to get the gank off. Hook not going to connect, neither with the Zac. It's another failed attempt. But Jarvan coming in from the bot lane, looking at what he might be able to do. Looking for a little bush trap. Not going to get anything off. Do have Poppy TP. Kennen also has his. So, the top lane is going to be coming down is another question. He's looking for the bush trap. Thresh clearing that vision, but I don't think Jarvan's got the damage on his own at the moment to pull it off.
No, Syndra's coming now. Syndra's walking down. He's starting the Drake.
Looking to hopefully trade their dragon and get it back. They got the prio on the bot lane. Thresh walking up because he knows he is stronger. Lulu walking towards the dragon. I think he's going to be baiting out his teammate Chucky. And here comes the Yasuo. Going to be windwalling nothing. Poppy coming out with the TP. Response TP from the cannon, but he's in a better position on the flank. Thresh hook does connect on the Tristana. There's the slicing Maelstrom. Going to hit Tunis. Third as Jarvan goes in, but the Scatter the Weak. The Cataclysm on 2. Aphelios is going to get popped by the Syndra ultimate. And it looks like Zero Gaming coming off on the better of this, having secured the dragon. Thresher connects to the Syndra, but the double flag and drag, Poppy diving in, and there's the damage follow-up. Another Scatter the Weak onto Yasuo, who's going to be ulting in, but there's just no damage. They're too tanky, Zero Gaming. They just don't have the damage NSF to follow up on these plays that they are getting, and that is going to be a 4 for Zero and the dragon. Never mind, there is the squeaky clean ace from Zero Gaming and the dragon.
Can I point out there's a control word that Poppy put onto Zac's red about 5 minutes ago, maybe longer. Still not being found, and that has been the MVP for completely tracking where Zac is at all times.
Very, very good placement here from Riverick. One of those ones that sometimes they just won't be checked. He is going to get hooked up in the bot lane. Aphelios going to be chasing him up with the move speed from the red gun. Thresh charging up his second hook. I think he might have enough cooldown to get it off in time. Not going to be able to with that with the low levels, unfortunately. Gone for the Moby boots, not the utility. That'll be why. So no kills traded back for the side of NSF. That is a bit unfortunate for them. The Zero Gaming are looking a lot healthier at the moment when you compare the teams.
Syndra is looking big.
She's
I would not want to.
got the Ludens as well. I think she might be going Deathcap second. It could be the Horizon Focus, who knows? But Phelios, melee range on a tower. It's almost as good as Tristana's push, but pretty bad. They've actually swapped the lanes. Understanding Zero Gaming that their tower is gone, they'll just put them in the top lane, try and get it in response. But on the bot lane, the Blast Cone, Syndra going to be by himself, and the Thresh Hook connects, the Death Sentence secured, but the Flash to safety from Zixer to get out of that play. I'd say they'd be pretty happy with that one. It was looking bad, but I think they overcommitted, and NSF not going to be able to secure anything other than the Flash. But when it's on Syndra, it's a pretty important Flash because she now, once her Scatter the Weak down, has no mobility, no way to get out of these fights. NSF looking for the Poppy, but Riverick is way too tanky at the moment. In the top lane, Flash Slicing Maelstrom coming out from the cannon, and Zac followed, but he misses the Q on the minions trying to hit the Tristana. Explosive charge ticking down, TP from the Syndra up into the top lane. Looks like Arvid is caught out. No, does manage to step back. Oh, godlike Zixer. You can't escape a point-and-click ability. But NSF, they're not going to go quite a... Look at the pushes they've got in the mid lane and the bot lane. They're going to trade one kill for a lot of damage on this mid-tier 1. Phelios going to have the Severman. Thresh Hit going to connect. Jarvan, Flag and Dragon. Phelios has abandoned the Thresh. Cataclysm, are they going to donate? They do. Bit of an overkill with the Tristana Buster Shot, but... Unlucky Thresh got abandoned by his AD carry. He just wanted to get to safety and get out, and that is going to be one kill for the side of Zero Gaming.
Yasuo did just pick up 500 gold from that tier 2 tower, so maybe that'll give him some leniency back into the game. But
that is true. I don't know about the build, though. I'm assuming that's going into Lord Dominic's regard. And while Zero Gaming, they do have tanky members, the spikes that you get. Oh, the half HP from 2 abilities. The Electrico almost going to kill him. There goes the Tristana. Rocket jumping in. Going to pick up Arvid, who oversteps the mark and gets overstepped on. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, they're looking to make another play. Zero Gaming trying to catch this Yasuo. Luchesco, he's dashing. He's flashing. He's getting right. He's making the most of it. He's wasting time. He's almost certainly dead, but he's just trying to delay it as much as he can. Shield go, gonna be pop. Scatter the Weak, not gonna connect. But the Thresh Lantern, Flag and Drag. They're placing the wards down, and he hits the win! Oh my god, Zero Gaming are playing out of their mind with these plays at the moment. These picks are insane. Zac Jump coming in, but he's gonna leap to nothing. And Zero Gaming gonna secure that.
They found it.
Oh, there it is. As he said, the ward finally gonna go down. Herald popped in the top lane. That's another T1 secured, so even in towers for the side of both teams. Zero Gaming versus NSF here in game 1. Whew. It's been pretty exciting so far.
I can't believe we got that ward down onto the Thresh.
Tristana trying to defend this mid lane from the push power of the Infernum is a pretty tricky thing to do.
Right now, I think NSF or NSG need to really slow down the pace of the game.
Yeah, they are 5k in deficit at the moment. Yes, their carry is ahead of Phelios, ERCO on this. Phelios, he's got no CS, he's farming well, but just trying to get something off the back of that. This map control that Zero Gaming have, going to secure themselves a dragon, uncontested, and it doesn't look like NSF are going to be able to answer much with it. Scatter the Weak does connect. Phelios just going to... Oh, and the ultimate as well. He almost kills him. He's on a quarter health. Imagine being an AD carry, by the way. And Syndra going for the death cap. She's got the 1k shutdown. She's got that bounty. She's building up to that big one-shot button. And she's almost there. She almost took down Aphelios. Yes, he does have the shield bow. He does still have the heal. So he's got plenty of E-health, if you will, to keep him alive against that. But that does not bode well if you're on Aphelios and you've just one buttoned almost died.
No, 100%. The thing that's bothering me the most, I'd say, is they've took both tier 2 towers bot side, but there's like no vision in that red side jungle.
They're not trying to... It doesn't look like they're trying to play through bot at the moment. They've opened it up to huge amounts with this Baron coming up in half a minute as well. That's going to be such a good advantage. I really think they should be pressing, but looks like they're sending the Yasuo. Oh, Scatter the Weak does connect on the Aphelios, but no follow-up to the health bars. But Poppy has found themselves a Yasuo up in the bot lane. Riverick now faced by the 2v1. Zac bounce, let's bounce, and the follow-up ultimate from the Yasuo, but Poppy's way too tanky. Yasuo getting really low, hurt charge into the wall, and the Yasuo goes down. Luchesco gonna for the Zac, the flash from Riverick, taking down the Zac passive. Oh, TP coming out from the cannon. He wants to avenge. Riverick's committing. A heroic charge, but here comes the team. Tristana up in the back line, coming from behind. Gonna bust a shot the Zac away. Rocket jump, goodbye Arvid. My goodness, Riverick, tanky as a brick in a house. That house is made out of even tankier bricks. I don't know. He's just so strong. Like, that was 2 members committed with the Yasuo, who, mind you, has completed Lord Dominic's regards. Still couldn't take down this Poppy. This Riverick is insanely tanky at the moment. Even a 2v1, they couldn't take it. And Zero Gaming gonna happily take that bot T2 tower in response. Lantern coming out. Flashes from both supports to equally swap those out. I don't know, I think the flash on Thresh is a little bit more valuable to try and get those flash hooks onto that Syndra, onto that Tristana now, who, coming up, there's the second item. Don't know how I feel about the rapid fire cannon. Gives them that range, but I think the Tristana passive draw B, I think it's called, is more than enough, but we'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out up in the top lane. Syndra recalling in a bush. Zac jumping. She knows. She juches. And there's the Scatter Weak. She's just going to be fine. Zixer with the crying bee. I imagine that's how they're feeling, but they're looking for the dive. Oh, yeah, that is. Who gets the shutdown? That's the big question.
Okay,
Yasuo. But here comes
the
response. The Lulu Poppy coming in. Gonna pick up 1 kill. Trade for trade. Remember, they did get that huge shutdown. It's gonna be. He's trying to kick the lantern. He can't get it. Again, the ward placement. And that's gonna be a 3 for 1. Yes, they got the Syndra bounty, but at what cost? And this is a Baron angle.
I don't even think he hit the ward. He hit Poppy.
Yeah, I think he went back for it. And yeah, Zero Gaming happily gonna start slapping away on this Baron here. And what NSF can do is watch. They've got Aphelios, Cannon. Cannon does have the Slastic Maelstrom. Maybe ever gonna cause some disruption here, but we'll have to see how it plays out. He's looking at Aphelios recalled. Poppy's just gonna chase him away. Happily keep him in the back. And there's not much. But he flashes in, Slicing Maelstrom coming out, but he's just going to get bursted down.
Yes, doesn't have the damage at all. He's 1/6.
He's 1/6. He's got the rocket belt, but that is about it. And that's going to be Baron secured for the side of Zero Gaming, who are now almost 10k gold ahead at the moment. This Syndra seems to be making waves compared to the counterpart Yasuo and/or a Cannon, whichever way you want to look at it. Zixer playing a little bit out of his mind at this moment. And Torquay, Tristana, he's had a pretty rough game so far, but I think he has brought it back pretty well considering the state of the bot lane at the start. Thresher gonna miss rocket jump backwards out of fear, even though I think Aphelios is gonna get pretty low. He's gonna kill him after the back of that, but we're not here to make judgments, just make commentaries. Shield bow coming up for Yasuo now for Luchesco. I think they're just going to be given over this third dragon. It's not worth risking it for the side of NSF. Poppy just going to run down Yasuo. He just doesn't have the damage. Here comes the rest of the team. Poppy just going to run him down. And Zixer picking up the kill. Slowly rebuilding that 1k bounty once again. 9-1 on this Syndra.
I'm getting flashbacks to solo queue Yasuo's. You let them on the rift.
Not what you're missing. The Yasuo pick, it scales, right? So NSF, they're looking behind at the moment. You know, they're 10k, almost 10k down. Things are looking pretty bad for them as it stands, but they do have strong scaling with the Aphelios, with the Yasuo, with that Cannon. All he needs to do is find that ultimate when they can make space for the rest of them of NSF to deal damage. There you go, you see that combo, but Jarvan picking himself up some tenacity. Yasuo gonna get caught on the side lane. Arvid just gonna get popped by the Cataclysm. Does manage to stun down Thresh Lantern to safety, and I gotta say, Tarkier or Watcher is trying to keep his team alive, but Zero Gaming are playing around these boards phenomenally. Yasuo dashing into his death.
I
River
genuinely
just
think
insanely tanky.
the Yasuo could auto attack himself to death with the Thorn Mail
Yeah, a little bit.
against Puppy.
Okay, Torquay, aggressive. Oh, and there's the energized ability.
This is game.
Yeah, this is looking bad. Poppy further jumping in, carries falling left, right, and center for the side of NSW, and it's a quadra kill for Toriki at the bot lane. He struggled in the beginning, he struggled in the mid lane, but here he goes with his redemption. Alright, Syndra creating so much space, Jarvan just tanking up the front line, Lulu shielding everyone for what I believe is going to be end of game 1. They're even fountain diving. They might have overstepped themselves a little bit, actually. I don't think they can end. 3 executes. No one's going to pick up anything. Oh, 4
my
executes! It's a disaster! Oh my god. Okay, Zero Gaming, a little bit of trolling, I think.
I think this has to be the best Div 1 game I've ever seen.
This is a bit spicy. Now, I think NSG, you could argue, NSF, sorry, you could argue it's pretty doomed, but if there's any chance they have to do something, the time is now. God, that was pretty in, but you know what? I respect it. Zero Gaming here. They're gonna have fun, I guess.
I mean, the gold's still 11k up. So
right, they gave literally 0 shutdowns. So
yeah.
I'd say they were pretty happy with that. Oh, when in doubt, bush trap. Yasuo maybe screwing over his team a little bit there, revealing them, but they do see the jar. Zac jump coming out, gonna connect. There goes the Yasuo follow up. The TP to the flag though. Oh, Poppy coming in. Cataclysm on 3. Slicing Maelstrom on 4. And it is a messy team fight. Oh, 4 Scour the Weak. Syndra's just been left to free here. And the members of NSF are falling left, right, and center. It's a triple kill for Syndra. It's a double kill for Tristana. And flashes. And it's an FF.
I've not seen an FF. Wow.
I have also not seen an FF in a while, but I respect it. I think it was pretty doomed after that team fight. You know, NSF, they got the pick. They managed to try and burst down the Jarvan, but it was just not the right champion, and they are not going to be able to pick up any kills. And they FF it. I mean, fair enough. It's something that you can do. I respect it. They went for it. I give them props for FFing, but damn, that was a game 1. Hate to say I was right, but Zero Gaming coming out with the win. That Syndra Poppy just pulling in waves, and I think NSG got pretty badly counterpicked here.
Absolutely, I think it was Seiji that pointed out the Poppy, like fully in the chat, and Jesus Christ, I didn't expect the Poppy to be 2v1ing in the side lane versus a Yasuo. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was kind of insane that the Poppy was just doing so much. Props to the side of Zero Gaming for that. Pretty phenomenal display. I gotta say, they played those team fights so well. They got their lane advantages, and I think this is what we were saying earlier in draft, where Jaravan was just able to find more for his team. He was able to secure those advantages. He was able to, yeah, he was able to do more than the Zac. The Zac, I respect. He really was trying to try and find those picks for his team to try and get them ahead. Did struggle a little bit to try and make it happen, and unfortunately, Zero Gaming just steamrolled themselves into a lead and steamrolled them into game 1.
Yeah, they tracked the Zac too well. I think there's just so much vision in the Zac side of the jungle that Jarvan knew where to count, knew where to be on the map. Zac was doing his red buff while they're taking dragon, stuff like that.
For sure. All right, we do look to be jumping into the draft of game 2. NSG Forsaken going to stick with the red side. So I think they might be looking to try and do a bit of the counter picking that they got so brutally murdered by previously. So gonna see how this one plays out now that they've gone for it. We do need to just make sure you can see, because for some reason we are just setting up the draft here for game 2. Woo! Okay, that was a bit hype, I won't lie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sweating. Alright, going into game 2, what do you want to see differently from either of the teams, or what do you want to see?
I want to see NSG go for NSG go for an earlier draft. I think counting on Aphelios Zach late game is just not going to work.
Yeah.
I just want to see both teams go for an earlier draft. Maybe see the Jarvan again. Maybe NSG take up the Jarvan, but definitely just want to see more ganks early game from NSG.
Yeah, for
More
sure.
successful ganks.
Oof, a little bit. But I think what was so well done by Zero Gaming was those counter picks, right? The Poppy Syndra just did so much there. So I want to see NSG Forsaken try and work around that, knowing that Zero Gaming have those picks in their pool, right? Knowing that they have those options, I want to see how they try and play around that, or maybe even try and bait them in. You know, can you bait out the Poppy and try and just take those tank killing, surviving champions that could respond against it? It's going to be interesting to see how they try to adapt, right? Because it's now on NSG to adapt. Zero Gaming, they basically outdraft them in the second half, right? With that counter pick, as I keep saying, they just completely eclipse them with it. So how they play that out is going to be very important. Okay,
How do you want to see the bot lane play out? Do you want to see them pick up another Tristana or another early game skirmisher? Or do you
Well,
want...
I think NSG had a really strong bot lane with the Aphelios Thresh. I think picking that again might not even be a bad idea, right? Like it worked really well. They, in lane, they dominated those 2v2s by themselves. They were making plays, they were making things happen by themselves. It was a really good play by NSG to take that and be so successful with it at the same time. Whereas Zero Gaming, they weren't really able to make much happen in bot lane by themselves. They worked really cohesively with their team to counteract that. So again, props to them for doing that. But we're gonna have to see how else, what else they go. I liked the Tristana, but when you're up against the Thresh, when you're up against the Aphelios, it's such a dominant lane. I think I almost want to see them pick something that could go toe to toe with it. Maybe even a tanky engage support, maybe the Braum, maybe the Nautilus, maybe even the Rel. I don't think Rel is as good into Thresh as some of the other champions, but I want to see Zero Gaming take something to match that aggression, to try and keep that advantage in the bot lane from scaling too hard in NSG Forsaken's favor.
Do you think they should just go straight into the Lucian Nami and match the aggression?
See, Lucian Nami is one of those risky ones where it's really explosive. It's got tons of damage, but it is much more punishable than, let's say, Ashe Nautilus, right? Because you get Thresh hooked, you get hit by the Aphelios and he Graviton roots you. You're very vulnerable, especially Nami, very squishy. If you get hit by something, you can go down very quickly. I think we are jumping into draft now for game 2, Zero Gaming versus NSG Forsaken. Let's get a bit of this going, shall I? Get some draft music in the background. Okay, here we go. First ban from Zero Gaming, Ziggs. Okay. I think they have a plan bot lane and they know what they don't want to play against. NSG Forsaken sticking with the Fiddlesticks ban, so they're keeping a priority on, I guess, those type of major team fighting junglers, right? Zban Zero Gaming. Okay, we're switching it up from the first draft then. They're changing their bans quite a bit from what we saw previously. NSG Forsaken currently running it back with the same ones. Fiddlesticks, you've got the Kane, very much focusing that jungler. He had such a big impact in the first game, I almost can't blame them for focusing it.
Yeah, 100%. But the one that I'm worried about is there's still no Jarvan ban. Jarvan may not be one of the best junglers at the minute due to the God Drinker nerfs, but he's certainly got that early game presence that completely ran the first game.
Yeah, and Zero Gaming running back with the same draft, first pick Tristana. Now NSG going for the Braum Ezreal instead. Okay, the Thresh going to be picked up by Zero Gaming. It's being hovered. They're still looking, and they're deciding whether they want to take it or not. Thresh being a very strong pick. Now, Braum Ezreal, very, very safe. Very well, easy to scale. Right, you've got that option to, get that poke down in lane, that range advantage versus the Tristana early. Going to be very easy. Braum, if Ezreal gets hooked, hover to the Nautilus. And we see the Nautilus locked in. I said I wanted something a bit more aggressive than the Lulu. Maybe they were listening. I like the aggression. Like I said, I think this works much better with the Tristana. You do have the Braum to try and shut that down, right? You've got that shield. You've got the Ezreal jumping away to safety. But definitely much more explosive power from Zero Gaming. And they just blind the Poppy. I think they sort of preemptively shutting down the Zac. So NSG pretty much can't take it. They can if they want. We saw what happened in the first game. I think it would be too risky. Yeah. And they're going to respond with the Trundle. I love the Trundle into Poppy. What was the problem with Poppy last game? She was just too tanky. Trundle completely shuts that down. They banned the Fiora. I mean, there's a Poppy on the team. It's on the same team, so I guess it could work. But very AD heavy from Zero Gaming at the moment. I think I do want to see some AP bans coming out from Forsaken. Maybe even take that Kennen off the table for Zero Gaming so they don't take it.
Zero Gaming just don't want anyone to move. If I see another CC champ, then I'm going to probably swing in the side of them again.
Zero Gaming actually going to be taking the Kennen off the table. Another AD ban hovered. There's the Jarvan. All right, so could be Poppy jungle. It could be flexed into the jungle instead of that top lane that we did see. Well, I guess mid lane that we did see previously. So, gonna see how flexible Zero Gaming are with the draft. As they're coming in their second ban, going with the Darius. So, same Darius ban, but they're getting rid of the Kennen so that they didn't like that major team fight because they were dominating those team fights. Apart from when that Kennen was able to find those flanks. Didn't happen very often, but when he did, NSG Forsaken were looking pretty solid with the team fights. Yeah.
The Trundle Kled rundown potential is really high with Trundle's W and Kled's R.
And there it is, Kled going to be locked in. So, one thing I am seeing from NSG Forsaken is no AP. So, they're definitely going to have to be locking in an AP mid laner, or maybe we'll see a Rammus Malphite pick, I don't know. But Zero Gaming looking to pick their two champions. To fill, looking like they're going to want a mid.
Ooh.
Are they going to pick the Azir or is it just a hover? And it's locked in. Okay, I've not seen an Azir in a hot minute. They're looking to just
flat Azir. You don't see them.
Hey, we don't disrespect here. That was there was some really solid plays in the last game mechanically.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I want to see how the Azir plays out, right? You just shove in your mid lane, you keep them pushed in, and you just farm up a storm, right? Until your team is ready for you to come in and just start dealing damage. And the Olaf, again, they do have that ability to flex the Poppy Olaf top or mid, but they're basically responding, hey, you want to take 4AD? We'll take 4AD as well. To lock in that Olaf. And LeBlanc coming out for NSG Forsaken. LeBlanc into Poppy. Don't know about that one. Don't know about the LeBlanc pick, if I'm honest. I think Zero Gaming have that. Just let them know we're ready. Okay, so we have the complete drafts, right? I'm gonna say from the offset. I said it before. I think Zero Gaming, they're gonna take the second game in this series. I want to get your prediction, and then we talk about why you're going with your team.
I'm honestly going to go for the underdog, NSG. I think LeBlanc's just going to honestly make this Azia's day a living hell. It's LeBlanc into Azia. LeBlanc wins that every time. Olaf into Trundle early game. I'm pretty sure Trundle still beats Olaf because of the Q damage, and also taking away the AD from Olaf.
Mm.
I think it's the bot lane again. This is the coin flip, isn't it? It could go either way. And Poppy into Kled. No idea about that matchup.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, because you're basically in the bot lane, starting with the Tristana Nautilus versus Braum Ezreal, right? Is if either of them get a pick or some form of engage onto the other side, the other team just has so much disengage. You have Nautilus with insane amounts of CC to just protect the Tristana rocket jump escape. Again, she's already jumping half a lane away with that W. Same with the Ezreal. He can just E away, just get out of danger if he gets put in it. Can't get away from the Nautilus ultimate though. The depth charge, once it's on you, it's on you.
Mm.
So I'm going to be interested to see how Zero Gaming are able to follow up on this Nautilus once he chooses a target, because he, I'd say, is the main form of engage. So you do have the Azir making those straight up Drift King plays, but Nautilus a much more reliable form of engage, right? You pick a target, you ult them, or you hook them. They're going to be locked down for at least a second and a half, which is a quick amount of time for the rest of the team to get damage down.
Mm.
Yeah. Moving on to the mid lane. Now, you said that this LeBlanc's going to make this Azir's life difficult. I'd agree with that. I think LeBlanc favors very much against positioning champions, right? Because of the distortion, the ability to jump back and forth. Azir's going to put his soldiers in one place, LeBlanc just jumps back to the other, putting her back in safety. So I definitely think mechanically there's room for LeBlanc to outplay the Azir when she is not constantly shoved under tower. I think she's going to have to worry about sacrificing her mana to push versus poking down this Azir who's going to just constantly be shoving her under lane with these towers. It might even be that Azir just ignores the LeBlanc, shoves her under lane, and just keeps doing that on repeat in order to secure an advantage that way.
Yeah, 100%. It could definitely go that way. I am scared, though, that LeBlanc will just follow Trundle and be a shadow to him, especially with the Scuttle battles early on.
That's true.
Because I imagine both will start on the bot side, and actually maybe Olaf starts Wolves. So maybe they are counter.
Could go for the full low HP clear or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, LeBlanc Trundle, very, very explosive 2v2, right? You know, you're against an Azir Olaf. I'm pretty sure NSG Fissek can win that 2v2. Well, depends on who's jungle, I suppose, actually, whether it's Poppy or Olaf. What do you want to see? Do you want to see the Poppy jungle or do you want to see the Olaf jungle?
I think Poppy. I think both of them are really bad into Trundle. I'd probably want to see the Olaf jungle. At least the Olaf can slow him down while he's running away, but the Olaf is just a bad pick into Trundle anyway.
Yeah, pretty sure it is going to be the Olaf in the jungle, as we did see the Poppy top previously, and against Kled, you know, you're going to be negating his dash, right? Stopping him getting that off at least once, maybe both times, if you're going to cancel it. But either or, you're going to get one of them. So I think I'd say it's probably a favourable matchup for the Poppy. It very much depends on the passive timings, right? Kled W versus the Poppy shield. If Poppy can shield that, that's a huge portion of Kled's damage, and she's not going to be healing up much. So the anti-heal on the Kled Q might not be too effective here, but we're going to see. We are going to take a quick 2-minute break as we do load into draft. I'm just going to grab myself a quick drink of water, and we will be back shortly when we're ready for game. Hello, we are loading into the game. Game 2, Zero Gaming versus NSF. Let's see who is going to be the ones. Let's take this second game, shall we? How confident are you feeling right now, Shrek?
I am 100% on an NSG's side right now.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah.
You're a believer.
I can't. My whole body is saying this isn't a challenger Azia. I can't put my money on a non-challenger Azia.
Well, you love them so much you call them NSG instead of NSF. It is NSF, but we have the full 5-stack again from both teams.
30 seconds until
This time, as
minions
opposed to
spawn.
just the one. Looking for aggressive, considering both teams have that click and you land it, being with the Braum concussive blows or the Nautilus hook. Makes sense that they're looking for it. Now, ward coming down for NSF onto the red buff. 2 wards, so they're going to heavily ward out. Same thing on the return side for Zero Gaming. All right, they're going to be a...
Oh, they've swapped.
ward out.
They've swapped. They've changed jungler to support.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Minecraft Drowned.
Oh
was
yes,
possessed.
they have. NSF have gone for a swap of the roles. So Minecraft Drown, instead of playing the jungle, is going to be in the support on the Braum, and Luchesco is going to be on the Trundle in the jungle. Trundle jungle. Now I'm going to see how this one plays out. So in terms of the jungle, early on, they're both tracked, right? You know if you're on Zero Gaming, Trundle isn't starting blue, and you know if you're NSF that Trundle's not starting blue. Sorry, that Olaf isn't starting blue. Poppy
Yeah,
gonna be
they're
pinged out a few
opposite sides.
times. Like you can see the pings coming out now, right? Like Olaf is getting pinged out. Trundle, his blue is getting pinged.
If I was Trundle right now, I'd be doing a reverse clear. I'm going back to that top skull because that matchup's such a versatile matchup, and Olaf's going to be top side, as you know.
Yeah. See how they play out. Now, Azir going for the Hail of Blade, so trying to get that in-lane aggression, as opposed to something maybe like the Lethal Tempo to get that late-game scaling in there. Level 2 early from the side of bot lane. Tricky jumping in. The Nautilus are
wow.
going to connect. Flash. Oh, and the double flash from both the side of Zero
Guardian.
Gaming. They're not going to get anything up. But the Guardian coming in clutch. Let's just get rid of the chat. But here comes Trundle for the level 2 gank. Ezra are going to be going in aggressively. He'll coming out from the side of Zero Gaming. Thresh going to be biting down on this Tristana, but that is a Nautilus in no man's land, and a Nautilus down he goes. Going to give over the kill very well for Lario. So, I mean, it's going to be pretty difficult to not take that, right? But very well executed return from NSF there. I think Zero Gaming overstepped the mark a little bit. They knew Trundle was going to be coming down. But meanwhile, on the top side, they're making a play. River going to flash, and so will the Chunky. Now, River going to get the execute. So going to be a 1 for XP plus 0, I guess. So, and the wave is under tower for Arvid. So not looking too fantastic for him. So advantages secured on both sides of the map for both teams. But meanwhile, this bot lane pushing in. Toriki under tower. Nautilus are going to go wide. Well, I suppose it didn't technically miss, so you can't put that one down.
Cannon confirmed.
Cannon secure. Things you love to see. Toriki going to struggle to farm under tower, and so Lario going to secure himself a little bit of a CS advantage at the moment. Trundle getting pinged out in the jungle. They know where Luchesco is. They want to make sure they keep track of that. Now,
Oh, lane
looks
gank.
like we got a little lane gank up in the bot lane. LeBlanc doesn't seem to be giving the dominant performance in the mid lane that you might have been hoping for. Kled, there you go. Gonna get caught out by the... got that Poppy ability is awfully specific. Steadfast presence. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, aggressive trading coming over, but also in the bot lane, Luchesco biding his time in the bush, waiting for the overstep. There goes the Nautilus engaged, gonna get hit by the King of Plastic Flows. There goes the Trundle Pillar. They're gonna start chomping them down, and it's the second kill for Lauriso. Well played
This
by
is what I wanted
NSF.
to see. In solo queue as well as in matches like this, you want to really focus one lane. as a jungler and make sure that lane can stomp, especially if you're playing such an early game jungler like Trundle.
No, fair enough, and that seems to be the game plan so far. Ezra going to scale himself a 150 gold bounty, 2 kills, and a recall. I imagine he's going to be buying a Tyr and maybe a Sheen. He might go for the aggressive option. There it is, Tyr Sheen, the Ezreal classic. He's going to be a nice tanky. Look at all those pink wards, things you love to see. If you're a support, share the burden of warding, everyone. Remember, treat your support friends well. Now over in the mid lane, Azir, both mid lanes of TP, currently gonna get the push in, so he might actually be able to keep his TP advantage if he chooses to do so. Meanwhile, in the top lane, the dive, the poppy damage! Arvid actually killed himself by being pushed back by his Q, which meant the damage from Poppy's steadfast presence applied, killing him. So that's going to be another death on the tower.
Is safe.
No wall is safe, and that's a 15 CS lead in the top lane. This might be another poppy popping off game. But in the bot lane again, seeing how NSF are going to be able to counteract that by getting their bot lane ahead. Now, going to get a gank from Chunky. Going to be walking in. No CC though, so Parker Watcher just going to walk away. Here comes Trundle, hovering for the return gank. Is actually going to dash in, knowing Olaf doesn't have the level 6. Going to pillar him up. LeBlanc chains waiting to connect. Going to hit the minion though, but a TP response from Poppy. Here comes the Poppy.
Huge.
Olaf going low. Chunky Potato going to go down, but can Poppy pick up anything? Here comes the Braum. Bot lane rotating up. Are NSF going to actually turn the turn? Poppy TP not looking so good at the moment. Gonna recall of Azir. Zixer going back. He's just too low to do anything, and it's gonna be a 1-for-0 for NSF and a TP secured in the top lane as well. And there goes Azir, actually gonna TP top to collect that wave, so they're making sure nothing is wasted. And here we see he's lurking again. Luchesco just waiting in that bush, waiting for Zero Gaming to step up, or waiting for that Olaf to come. And they've lane swapped. Once again, Zero Gaming putting Poppy against that dashing champion. LeBlanc gonna have to watch herself every time she goes in, knowing that if Poppy has that steadfast presence up, she's got to be careful. And draining all of her mana, so she is going to be kept under this tower and going to be losing CS.
They're diving
either way.
in. Oh,
Just going to be dashing in, but LeBlanc very difficult to catch. Going to chains up, but she is dashing in on low HP, low mana. Going to get the double chains up and the ultimate against Azir. So going to chunk him out pretty heavily, but she is, Parker Watcher, low on mana, low on health. Azir constantly pushing, but here comes the Trundle. Pings are coming out. He is going to get spotted out on a ward, so Zixer is going to back out over in the mid lane. But Parker Watcher, I think he's just trying to push this wave out so he can get a nice little back for himself. He's got the Dark Seal, he's got the Corrupting Potion, so happy to try and get those replenished. Yeah. Bit of a calm before the storm now, as both teams seem to be eyeing up the dragon Chunky Potatoes, clearing out the vision. Just gonna start the dragon. Trundle up in the top side. They do have vision of him, so that's why they start it. They can see Luchesco's top. They know he's not going to be here, but the pings coming out from NSF. They know this dragon is happening. They want to stop it. Here comes the Kled charge. Going straight on the dragon, but it's too late. The dragon is done. Olaf just flashes out. It's a Kled ult for a flash, and no dragon secured from NSF. Very well played from Zero Gaming there.
Kled should have really been with Trundle at that point, just to get the R off, and then the W, like I said, the movement speed is huge. Maybe it would have been the difference. But
just a little bit late to the dragon party, so not going to be able to secure anything else of that. True Shot Barrage coming out from Ezreal. He's just trying to clear that wave. I think he wants to back, and there it is. Let's have a little peek at the gold, shall we? Ezreal 1k ahead once again. The bot lane, oh, aggressive trading from the mid lane. The prophecy you spoke of coming true, where Azir getting bullied pretty heavily. He's just not able to keep this LeBlanc pushed out. We get to see Chunky Potato roaming into the mid, but mid lane, knowing they're gonna have that 2v2 prio, having Azir just be backed, or he's at least gonna be chunked. Oh, what a stupid amount of burst damage though from Chunky there to just secure that crab. So Luchesco not going to be able to secure any advantages. Not even going to get the pink ward.
Brom is there though. Brom is hovering a bit too far, I think, away. Maybe he's looking to go over.
Zero Gaming starting this Herald. We're gonna have to see how it plays out. The team's hovering. They're doing the dance of death, but it's a 4v3 at the moment. 5v3 is the Azir shown back in mid lane. Looks like, yeah, NSF just gonna give it up. They're gonna take their trades in the side lanes, have Ezreal push that wave, do the Krugs, take what they can elsewhere.
They're doing the LCK strat, which is as soon as Herald spawns, 5-man up top, get it as soon as possible, and then shove it into a lane that's going to be worthwhile.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that Zero Gaming have showed to be proficient at, it is knowing when to group and ensuring they have the members there, right? They had the 5 teams there. Sure, they weren't able to get their waves as pushed out as they might like, but a blank going in aggressive, stand aside to no one, and Torquay gonna be caught out, but the Fisher misses. Oh, the Buster shot on 2, gonna shut down any form of engage for NSF there, so Torquay gonna be safe, but is overstepping, so just gonna get hit by a few things, nothing too scary, duking out the Mystic shots, and we've got the top laners returned to where they originally were. True Shot Barrage, push out the lanes, just deal as much damage as we can. Explosive charge, here comes Chunky there. Oh, Larisso, 2-0, now 3-0, he's just got too much damage. Are they going to pick up the return kill? Yeah, Braum going to melt down. Now, Larisso being chased down by Chunky. Olaf rinsing him down, getting low on HP, but Larisso not going to be able to get the trade kill. The Nautilus depth charge to secure the CC, so he does not get the return kill. And that is going to be a 2-for-0. Chunky picking up 2 of those kills, now 3 and 1. He's got the Iron Spike Whip, he's got the boots. He's going to be snowballing pretty soon. Aggressive trading up in the bot lane, they're just poking down. Arvid going really close to that wall. And again, Riverick gonna catch out the Arvid on the Q passive, but he's being chased down by an angry looking Kled who's gonna be mounting up Flash, gonna get the mount up, gonna be dashing in, but the Poppy ultimate gonna yeet him backwards. And not going to be able to respond. No, let's just get in a little aggressive hook on the blank, get some damage down. But here comes the Braum jumping in, trying to get the concussive blows. Not going to connect the auto. It is popping off at the moment. Both teams looking for plays. Even Stevens in the gold. But we've got the jungler ahead for Zero Gaming. We've got the bot laner ahead in kills at least. And gold for NSF. Now, 1k difference in the bot lane, 1k difference in the jungle. Everywhere else,
yeah,
pretty much even.
Chucky is looking really, really far ahead. This is not an Olaf you want to see. You don't want to see an Olaf being this far ahead.
Luckily, like NSF, they do have enough of sort of escape for it not to be a huge threat. You know, Olaf is going to be running you down for like what 2-3 seconds while he's in the Ragnarok, but Ezreal's got enough jumping, so does LeBlanc. Those carries are generally pretty safe. Now,
I want to see one good Emperor's Divide from this Azir this game. I think that's my goal. I just want to see one.
Oh, Herald popped mid though. They're going to bring the 3 into the mid for Zero Gaming. Looks like they're just going to get the 1 charge off. Not going to be able to secure the tower off of it though. So, bit of a hasty Herald. All of the gold going on Chunky. So, Chucky, sorry there.
Chucky.
Yeah, Chunky potato. Punto. They are just going to be looking to scale the Olaf up, try and make his early game effectiveness maximize as much as possible. But we are playing for Dragon at the moment. NSF got 5 members down on this Dragon. They do not want to give this one up. Riverick up in the top lane, he's just going to be shoving out. He does have TP, same with the Zixer, so they can be a bit far away. But Dragon started up for NSG. Plating has fallen though. Looks like Zero Gamer are just going to give up. They don't have the presence to go and step up. They see NSF, they've committed the 5 members to it. They respect it. They let it go down. And they're just going to maintain their split lane advantage up in the top side. And there should be a first tower Poppy. Now, while that was much scarier in the first game, this time NSF, they've come equipped. They've got Divine Sunderer Trundle. Gonna be able to deal with those tanks much more effectively. Nautilus are gonna go wide. Ooh, Parker with the return damage and gonna flash out. Depth charge going down onto the LeBlanc to secure the escape, but ooh, true shot barrage. I thought that was an Ash Hawk shot for a second, but it did look like it. Gonna go wide and not connect this time. So no kills, a lot of summoners. Well, I say a lot, just the flash from Randolph and Parker. LeBlanc dealing damage. That was a support. While they're not the tankiest, he's got no MR. You know, he has a bit of damage. Flash forward from Turkey. Super aggressive play, and Larissa gonna respect flash in response. And Trundle making his way to the bot line, gonna try and punish out Ricky for that aggressive flash from the looks of it. Kraken Slayer completed. Is he gonna be able to make a play against the dive? But it's 4v1. The pings are coming out from the rest of the team. TP from the Poppy, double TP from Zixer coming in, and the response TP from the bot line. Larissa gonna get caught out by himself, not gonna fall to the Buster shot or the final auto from Tariki here. Now it's a 4v4. Olaf come approaching from the bot lane. Riverick dashing in onto Arvid, looking to make some plays. Chain's coming out, not going to connect, but the Nautilus is going to hit. Connect on the Arvid. He's dismounted. He's running back. Concussive blows on Riverick. Going to stun him up, but they're going to take down Arvid. The Poppy damage just too much, just too tanky. Are they going to look for anything else? Contesting the blue buff. NSF down one member. Going to have to force off the blue buff. And that's Zero Gaming finding an advantage off of nothing. That was NSF trying to make that play on the bot lane. But the double TP coming out in response. And they're moving over to the mid lane.
Arvid was the bodyguard no one asked for or needed. He stood way far behind to look after nothing. So I'm not sure.
They're going to catch out the Brom on the side here. But here comes the breakable shield. Gonna be knocking them down. Ezreal on the side, pumping out that damage, but he just doesn't have any power spike items at the moment. He's got the Divine Sunderer, so he's gonna be dealing a little bit. But LeBlanc caught out, flashing over the wall to safety. Got the Mimic coming out to provide a bit of protection. But stand aside, Emperor's Divide, no one hits. Tristana in the bush, gonna take down Parker. Gonna go down up and wide side on the top lane. Olaf 0 HP, but gonna get the Gore Drinker. Luchesco going down to Tariki. And there's an Azirtar, Arvid. You cannot walk through those rather reasonably. Gonna get dismounted, probably stopping him from doing anything else. Randolph looking for the hook on the side. Gonna connect on the Ezreal, but in the middle of the jump, so gonna get away safely. And that is a 2-for-1 in the side of Zero Gaming. Successfully gonna take down that mid and jungle, but losing Zixer, their mid lane, in the meantime.
This Poppy's goated, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's a strong pick. Riverick really showing up on this Poppy, getting those priority targets, just being a meat shield. There's no other way to describe it for his team.
100%. And the division control as well. Like, I'm seeing some insane control wards being put down. As a jungle man, I can really appreciate that.
Yeah, let's have a peek at the what the map looks like at the moment. So NSF, they've got some vision in the top side, but no wards anywhere after that fight. Whereas you flick it over, Zero Gaming, they've got a little bit. They're putting some wards down. You know, they've got vision deeper in the jungle to try and track that Trundle, at least for the time being. Looking like Zero Gaming want to either get or contest this Herald attempt from NSF. Either way, pings coming out from both teams. They both are looking at it as an objective. Bit of the calm before the storm. Dragon spawning in 43 seconds. Neither team has vision priority, but we do have Zero Gaming in the river first. Chucky gonna get caught out by the pillar. Braumfisher coming out. Gonna have to pop the Ragnarok. Very crucial ultimate in the meantime, but he's just gonna keep getting poked down. Running towards Tariki, member of his team. Larissa poking down with some extra damage, keeping that Chucky nice and low. But although he's low, he is Olaf, so it's also kind of where he wants to be, right? Gonna heal up a stupid amount from that red buff, and it looks like Zero Gaming are not giving up this third Drake. Fight for the mid lane. Okay, here we go. Both teams eyeing up the other, poking out. We've got Parker LeBlanc going on for the flank, trying to catch. He's gonna get spotted out on the ward now. Larissa Ezreal poking out where he can. Riverick standing at the front, not afraid. Tariki gonna jump in on the LeBlanc. Parker gonna be forced back, but meanwhile, here we go, the main fight. Nautilus ultimate gonna connect on the Ezreal, but he is gonna get popped. Damage from the concussive blows. Chunky gonna get a kill on return. Meanwhile, watch Arvid in the back line. Huge damage to Parker, but a step aside from Azir. Going to shove him to the back. Meanwhile, Larisso taking down Tauriki. It looks like it's going to be going over the weight of NSF, but the Ziggs are just sicking down the damage, but they just can't kill Larisso. Ezreal getting that poke damage, taking down the enemy team. It's a 3-for-3 at the moment. Both teams lost crucial members, but both teams still have them live. River getting poked down by the Larisso. That Zunderer doing damage, going for the bush, but he's just going to get taken down. Shut down for Parker. Extra 450 gold in his pocket. That's going to go to the side of NSF there.
They've got the rundown comp, but was NSF's got the will kite you infinitely Ezreal poke, and LeBlanc's just dancing around the Poppy and the Olaf. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I think Chucky getting his Ragnarok forced out early was crucial for NSF. It meant that Ezreal could survive that whole fight. LeBlanc, Ezreal, those two key carries, the main damage, they just keep staying alive.
And when 3 of them went over to try and get the LeBlanc, which I don't know why they did, they just instantly engaged onto the 2 that was left by the dragon.
Yeah, it was a well-played team fight by both teams, but NSF gonna come out on top, and pretty crucial for them with the comp that they have at the moment to try and secure that more mid-game focus. Now, we don't have any MasterCard or any sponsors, but I would like to ping out an item, Muramana, completed for Ezreal. So at this point, he's basically full build. He's got his 2 insane power spike items. He's going to be dealing a lot of damage. As on the side of Zero Gaming, no one going to have hit that 2 spike yet. Riverick trading up with Arvid in the bot lane. Almost feels useless. They're both just so tanky. Neither of them take much damage, but Parker trying to take those aggressive trades with LeBlanc. Every chain is a possible kill. You just look at the damage thanks to the Luden. Ziggs are trying to prey him off as much as possible. Meanwhile, mid lane. NSF playing for the... But Inmar, Parker goes in, stand aside, Emperor's Divide, not going to connect. Zonya's popped out, Parker's just going to wait. He's going to watch, he's going to dab on him. Down goes the bird. Zero going to go down. Solo kill for Parker up in the top lane.
Broke his ankles. Completely broke his ankles.
Yeah, the Azir was not quite. He even went, poor boy, he went Merc Treads. Wasn't enough. There's just so much damage. The penetration from Luden's Tempest, from the Sword Shoes, just going to be enough. And that is all tier 3 towers. Oh, sorry, tier 1, and it's not even all of them. Just 2 of them for the side of NSF. Going to claim 2 of those in the top and the mid. Try and even that out a little bit. Now, Zero Gaming, they're 1k ahead. What are these teams' next objective? Obviously, Baron is up, but should both teams be focusing on it, do you think?
I feel like currently they want to try and get as much vision on Baron as possible. I don't think they're going to start it for the next like 4 minutes, but it's definitely a possibility if there's a team fight, especially around like the bot tower or mid tower.
I think at the moment, Zero Gaming, they've not really had time to go against the Ezreal on his items, right? So I don't know if they know how strong he is at this moment, right? Larissa going to be doing a stupid amount of damage at the moment. Arvid gonna catch Zixer in the bush, coming out with the dash, gonna get the canoe, but he's pushed under the you can dash through that? Oh, that you can dash through. Oh, I guess it was Kled. Zixer poking him down in response. Not going to be able to dismount, so not going to get that move speed. Gonna force out the ultimate, though.
I don't know why.
I think it was a respect ultimate from Arvid. He saw the Nautilus coming down, so I think they knew there could have been more there. So, pings coming out on Baron from both sides, looking to contest this crucial mid-wave.
Yeah, Emperor's Divide counts as like a very thin wall. It's not really anyone can dash over it.
Okay, getting caught out by Poppy there, gonna be stunned up, and here comes the True Shot Barrage. Flash going out, but it's a 3v1 as tanky as Riverick is. He is gonna be fleet of foot though. He's dodging out all those crucial skill shots, mainly those blank chains, and Larissa not there to get that huge portion of damage. But Poppy is chunked. They know Riverick is low. How are NSF gonna try and press this little advantage they have? It's all about these little advantages. They're just gonna opt for the mid lane, try and get some priority over this mid wave, so that they might be able to turn that into a Baron. Look at the gold. Ezreal almost on 10k. It's 1k ahead. Managed to maintain that lead against Tauriki at the moment. Blank happily 1.5k ahead of the Azir.
I think it's definitely going to turn down to LeBlanc's just going to completely steamroll most of them, and Ezreal's also doing a ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah, for sure. At the moment, they have two huge damage threats on the side of NSF. With that Parker, with the Larissa, they are really strong at the moment. I feel like they're going to win those 5v5s unless they overstep. Toriki caught between his team. I'm going to just hit Minecraft down. Not going to be able to connect the Buster Shot to get him back into his team. I think he held it a little bit too long. Double TPs coming out from both teams. I'm going to say double TPs. I mean 2 TPs. LeBlanc going to be going for that mid lane. So I like what NSF is doing here. They're going for that mid lane push. They're bringing Parker again on the flank. It's a 4v4. Azir coming in. So now Poppy going to ult back. They're focusing down the dragon. Nautilus going to pick up the Ezreal. And the hook connects, but there's just no one there. He's going to phase shift away, but the damage is insane. River gets immediately popped. Olaf going unstoppable. Randolph dashing in, but there goes Trundle in the backline. Zixer chunking out as much damage as he can. Going to take down the tanks, but the tanks are falling for Zero Gaming too quickly. The damage threats left alone once again. Azir poked down by the Tristana. They're getting chased down. Bye-bye to Ricky. Larissa not going to pick up Zixer, so that is going to be a 3-4-4. Sorry, a 2-4 for the side of NSF. It's looking... The scales are tipping.
LeBlanc and Ezreal just running around, completely. No one's touching them.
They're just not able to. So again, they just don't have that ability. And like I said, Olaf is really that only one that's able to get on and stay on those carries, but he doesn't have the damage at the moment to one-shot them, and frankly, he never will. So at the moment, it's trying to get on those carries. You'll see NSF, they always have those last 2 crucial members alive by the end of every fight. They've got the Ezreal, they've got the LeBlanc, always pumping out stupid damage.
I may be wrong. Who did Azir Emperor's Divide in that fight?
I'm not actually sure. I think it was a defensive one to try and push back the ball.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
We've not seen any Drift Kings. Parker going in aggressive against Toriki, but the damage just comes out and it kills him! Larissa with the Ezreal W auto, gonna take a double kill. That's gotta be Baron.
Yeah, that's easily Baron. Oh, yeah. Jesus, the burst damage on this team is ridiculous.
Insane. Just with the LeBlanc, the Q ult, the Sigil of Malice, the Mimic, it just is too much damage for a Lily Weenie Tristana to catch up. Now, Zero Gaming trying to contest here. Poppy ultimate going to go wide, not going to connect anyone. Straight thread the needle, not in the good way. And Riverick, as tanky as he is, just going to get taken down. Emperor's Divide is going to stop them going any further, but they have range, so they don't need to stop. And there goes the Ezreal True Shot Barrage. Does miss the Mystic Shot though, but he has his jump. Phase shifts forward for the kill. Kled going for an aggressive dive on Zixer. Is going to kind of catch him out with the charge, and Zixer going down. These Zero Gaming getting torn apart a little bit. Jump forward from Toriki, and he's going to flash. He is going to get that return kill, but Baron is taken. NSF is knocking on your front door in the mid lane. They want to open the base. And I think because of the overcommit to the top lane, they're going to get it. But Parker, they've seen them on a ward. The blind maybe plays too far forward. The explosive charge, is it going to be enough? It is. Huge shutdown for Toriki to get that LeBlanc, who, mind you, recently bought that Medjai's, is now going down. Toriki trying to get some damage onto Luchesco. Going to get hooked back. Flash coming out from Luchesco, try and get away. Toriki rocket jumps forward, but here comes Riverick. He's chasing you, but Trundle is too fast with that positioning. Almost gonna catch Randolph there with the True Shot Barrage. Not gonna succumb to the damage. Happily recall.
I think the ego, the LeBlanc played a bit too heavy-handed.
Yeah, really disrespecting the Nautilus as a champion, right? He has so much EC. He got that hook, and he stopped them mid-dash, so just not able to get the damage onto Toriki that maybe they would have liked. Third item complete for Ezreal. So he is now on Sherelda's, and he's working towards the Frozen Heart. Once he buys that, this is a 4 AD team, mind you. Zixer, the only AP threat for the side of Zero Gaming. And yes, he has been hitting Larisso in these fights. He's been able to get on him, but never enough to kill him. Still only 1 death on the Ezreal. Once he gets this Frozen Heart, he's going to be slowing the attack speed of Zixer. He's going to be slowing the attack speed of Chucky. He's going to be slowing the attack speed of Toriki. Those 3 key damage threats. They're all going to get attack speed slowed, which is a decent decrease in DPS for Zero Gaming. NSF complete control of the map at the moment. They've got the Baron. They know. I mean, just look at the top side. They've got 4 pinks in the top side. Even though Dragon is up in 1 minute, they know they don't need them. Maybe they just haven't rebought them. Maybe I'm giving them more credit. Who knows? But they are strong, charge, large, and moving forward. Toriki jumping in aggressively. Put the LeBlanc damage, but the Poppy steadfast gonna kill him. But Ezreal just burning them down. 3-man ultimate from Riverick, but it doesn't matter. Larisso is just so agile with this Ezreal. The cooldown reduction at this point, he has 49% cooldown reduction, and with that Mystic Shot, every time reducing everything down by 1 second. He is just too agile. 2,000 damage dealt with the Divine Sunderer at this moment. And it looks like NSF are going to be breaking the base part 2. Going to take down that bot lane tower. Larisso firing out those True Shot barrages as often as possible because, again, his cooldowns are so low and it's looking dire for Zero Gaming at the moment.
Yeah, I think honestly there's been so many mistakes this game, but just straight from the draft, I think Azir was just a bad blind pick into the mid lane.
I do. I think once seeing how effective that Syndra was, like, yeah, it was a bit of a counter pick to Zac, but it was just so effective. It did so much damage. It provided so much pick potential. So I feel like so I don't think Zero Gaming is missing the pick potential, right? Because they have Tricky Buster Shot, they have the Nautilus Depth Charge. They just don't have enough follow-up at the moment. And I think Azir, with that sort of sit-back style, we've not seen any Azir engages. I think that is what Zero Gaming need to pull off if they want to start winning these fights. They need to get the Emperor's Divide to push everyone to the front so that they can force Larisso, they can force Parker to use those defensive spells, and then recollapse with the things like the Nautilus Click and Point Ultimate.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sixer in a lot of games, but the games I've seen him play, it was like Akali and stuff like that, like Syndra, lots of like heavy like damage champs that are online early-ish. They don't need that scale. They don't need that timer.
Azir very much scaling, and they do have that advantage, right? NSF, Zero Gaming have that scaling advantage, arguably with Tristana, Azir versus the LeBlanc and Ezreal in terms of consistent DPS, especially when you have a Poppy on the team who is able to negate basically 1/4 of LeBlanc's damage with the distortion.
Oh, true, but then Trundle as well on top of that.
Oh, Toriki taking down the HP with the True Shot barrage, and the team fight ensues. Pillar ultimate coming out from Trundle. Kled charge coming in from the backside. Olaf forced to use the Ragnarok. They're really tanky. They're surviving, but here comes out the damage. Zigzag going to take down one. Toriki taking down another. And there goes the Emperor's Divide. Defensive not going to be enough, but it looks like NSF might have overstepped here. Actually going to take a 3-for-2 for the side of Zero Gaming, but once again, their 2 carries are alive and always seem to be the last to die, which is exactly what you want from a team. But it does mean that they have no frontline. They're going to have to build from themselves. Toriki going to get some damage down with those Kraken Slayer autos. Larisso, he knows his strengths at the moment. Going to throwing out those Mystic Shots to poke. Oh, huge damage coming out from Parker. And Larisso going to be dashing forward to kill one. Is he going to find 2? Not going to be able to get the second one, but happily secures the inhib. Bot lane pushing in at the same time. It's a 3 inhib game, boys.
Yeah, Azir under that tower, I think he did quite a lot of damage, actually.
He did. Azir was really coming in strong with that damage, and is providing huge damage for the team, but he's only hitting the tanks. He's just not able to get on the back line because this Kled, this Trundle, they're too much damage to be ignored. And it looks like NSF, they're just going to secure themselves a Baron pretty happily at this point. Frozen Heart completed for Ezreal. picked up the Executioners, trying to negate some of that healing even more so. And Parker, he is a gatekeeper that you are going to struggle to get past, even as tanky as Poppy is. Just too much damage. Charging up the ultimate, gonna knock back 2, but not the important 2. Trundle still alive. Smite ready. Gonna pop the Suju Gate, but I think at this point it almost doesn't matter. They have all 3 waves of inhibitors booming down on the base of Zero Gaming. And a teleport in the bot lane coming out from LeBlanc, who's going for that push. Going to be dealing huge amounts of damage with all that AP they have, now having got that one needlessly large rod. 2 supers per wave, Baron empowered minions running down in the mid, and Zixer going to get chained down, going to get bursted down. Not quite! Locket coming out to survive. Parker now caught out, going to be distorting back. Olaf popping the Ragnarok, trying to get that damage, but Ezreal is free hitting the base. He's on one side of the map, he is not being taken care of, and it looks like NSF are just going to go for the end. Ezreal hitting down the Nexus, and GG. Game 3 is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I was wrong, the tempo wasn't there. I do think Zero Gaming did shoot themselves in the draft with the shoot themselves in the foot, sorry, with the draft there.
Yeah, that was straight up a mistake from Zixer. Hopefully into the next draft he picks one of his more carryable champions, Kali or a Syndra.
Yeah, I think so. It's definitely Zixer who has been making a lot of these games happen for his team, and I imagine he is probably a pretty solid Azir. I don't doubt that for a second, but I think in terms of what was more suitable for the team against what he was playing against, it's really hard to get consistent damage on an Azir against an Ezreal. Right, Ezreal, he's so agile. The same with LeBlanc. They were just too agile on the side of NSG Forsaken to stay alive. That's why. Okay, so it's NSG Forsaken, so that's why we might call them NSF. I'd say either is correct. I take back my early zing against you. It was a. I apologize. Both is fine. And looks like we're as you said, going to game 3. I want to see how these teams try to draft around what has happened so far. So we've seen the drafts work out in both sides. We've seen Zero Gaming take an advantage in the draft, and then I think what you could argue both ways, that Zero Gaming misplayed the draft or NSG Forsaken played the draft better, right? I think these teams need to be really focused on these drafts because it's such a key thing when it comes to these games of ensuring you're doing the right thing. But looks like we might have the draft already. Believe we do. That's already okay, and it's the same sides once again. The third game with Zero Gaming on blue side, NSG on red side, NSG Forsaken, NSF. Call it what you like. But looks like we are getting into our next draft, draft 3. What? So you said you've seen a few games of Zigzer. What sort of champion do you want to see him on? Both based off of what you know from what he has played versus what you would like to see him play.
I want to see straight up domination champs, so Kali, LeBlanc, if he wants to play LeBlanc. Just stuff that can really like get in and do a ton of damage and get out. I saw one game with his Akali, and it was ridiculous. Some of the things he was doing, especially with Shroud. It was a higher level. Watching him dance around the enemy.
No, for sure. I think putting Zigzer on those champions with both that mechanical outplay, because he's shown himself to be a really well-oiled mechanical player, if you will, versus just that pure damage that Azir does provide, but it is damage over time, whereas Akali, that assassin playstyle, Syndra essentially turned into assassin at that point, just completely eradicating single members of the team with
the almost one shot Aphelios.
Yeah, that was pretty grim to watch if you're an Aphelios. But we will have to see as we are getting ready for draft for game 3, Zero Gaming versus NSG Forsaken. Whilst we're here, we can do a bit of the old Twitch admin, if you will. Ethan Yasuo Gods, thank you for following. VG1X, thank you for following today. I know it was a couple of hours ago, but appreciate it nonetheless. Got to shout out the Twitch followers. Stay tuned because there are games like this pretty much every week. That are happening constantly. But we're in draft. Enough of me plugging the Twitch that you're already watching. Here we go. Zero Gaming immediately. No LeBlanc. They don't want to play against it. They suffered against it the first time. They're not having it the second time. I think that's fair enough. NSF pretty much running it down with their bat choices again. I say running it down, more running it back. They're not running it down. Don't worry. With the fiddle, with the cane, and finally they commit to the poppy ban. I really like to see it. I think it's been such a good thing for Zero Gaming to have, and immediately Zero Gaming see they've not banned the Lucian. First pick it. That's why we've not seen the Nami Lucian before, is because Lucian's always been banned. Now, okay. She Forsaken. They see the Lucian. They know what 90% of the time comes next. They know Nami's going to be picked. Are they going to take it? They're hovering. They do not take the Nami. But they do instead take the Braum. So try to negate that Lucian quickfire burst damage. That Braum, that really safe pick that helps to negate not only burst damage, but again, that Nami, that tidal wave, just going to get blocked by Braum. That Lucian culling, going to be blocked by Braum. The Evelyn hover. Are we going to see the
I
Demon
feel like this could
Mistress
be
in
another
action?
Izia issue, but if they get going, they get going.
Oh, okay. The last minute swap to Aphelios. They're not quite feeling confident enough to take it. Zero Gaming. The Nami's open. They're going to take it. They're going to secure themselves a Lucian Nami bot lane. Very explosive in bot lane here for the side of Zero Gaming. They're going to pick up the Tom Kench as well, which I'd imagine is going top, considering I've not seen a Tom Kench jungle in quite a while. But NSG Forsaken, apologies, opting not to go for the Zig. So Zero Gaming, they had the Lucian open, they took it. NSF, they had the Ziggs open, they decided not to take it, taking the Aphelios against that Lucian Nami. Just going to scale up into them, right? And we're going to have the Gwen locked in. So really late game looking comp so far for NSG Forsaken. Right, they want to scale up. They want that Gwen Aphelios to just carry team fights. Zero Gaming still going to go out for banning the Ziggs. They're worried they might put it mid lane. They don't want to play against it. Jarvan banned for Zero Gaming. Respectable, smart. We've seen it pop off. We've seen it be very effective. Just get it off the table. Make sure your carries stay safe, because this is sort of the theme of NSG Forsaken, is they've kept their carries alive so well, both by the carries' own merits, as well as the jungler Chucky just going in there, sacrificing his life, just putting out difficulties. Team ban. I'm assuming that is a Zero Gaming special, or someone plays it, but I'd say Gwen of all champions with that shroud is a pretty effective into Teemo, but they don't want to play against it. The shrooms cause huge chaos. Whatever. I don't need to justify their ban, but Yone ban
I do
coming
feel
out.
bad for
The
that jungler.
Hecarim. Okay. So assuming they're going for the swap from the second game where they're putting the Braum, the support, they're putting Minecraft down, back in the support role, and they're going for a carry-ish jungler in Hecarim. I've not seen a Hecarim in a while. With the recent buffs, I believe he got, not latest, but last patch. What sort of state does Hecarim sit in at the moment?
He's still pretty garbage, to be honest. Lilia's in a good state compared to Heka. Heka's damage is completely down the drain. I mean, maybe if they buff Trinity Force again, it'll be good, but it's not right now.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Lilia going to be providing that AP threat, leaving a pretty flexible mid lane. You have enough both AP and AD to sort of go with either. So Gonna be interested to see what the Zero Gaming pick up for what I assume will be their mid lane pick. See what Zixer goes on, right? Because we want to see him on something more explosive. Can you get more explosive than the Aurelia? I think that Aurelia is gonna cause
Whoa.
chaos, right? It wasn't banned out. It's such a strong pick. Sure, NSF, NSG Forsaken, they might not have picked their mid lane yet. Oh, they're hovering the Tryndamere, they're hovering the Yasuo. Please take the Tryndamere over the
Yeah,
Yasuo.
Tryndamere.
It's a
But
strong pick. We've not seen anyone play it. There it is. Okay. Tryndamere mid. All right. Oof. Pick a team. Tell me their draft.
Zero Gaming straight up. They're gonna win.
You reckon? You reckon this
They've
is a
won this
zero
draft.
win?
I think Sixer on Aurelia. That's exactly what I wanted. The Tryndamere is a good answer to that, but it's not nearly what you want. I think it, straight up, Tom Kench wins every 1v1 in the game
Yeah.
top lane. So Gwen's going to be scaling, though that's the job of Gwen, but she's just going to win that lane. Lilia's going to get free scuttles. Hacker is not a good pick into that comp.
Especially with Aurelia just dashing around. Lilia, Hecarim's a fast horse. Lilia is also a fast half horse, but fast. Oh dear, actually, sorry. But Lilia's fast as fuck, boy. So
Can
I
we
got
also
an.
can we also look at the CC difference? Look at NSG's teams, their CC.
Yeah,
You've got
they've got the
Braum,
Braum, you've got the
Hacker, and
Aphelios.
Aphelios. It's not that much, but then you look at Zero Game and four of their members have hard CC.
Yeah, the Vanguard's Edge. You've got the Lilia Lilting Lullaby. Tom Kench can eat either an ally or an enemy, so he's got that option in team fight. Very crucial for how he's playing. I'm assuming it's going to be the same top and mid assignments as before. So I'm looking forward to seeing those champions play out. So you reckon Zero Gaming are taking this?
Yeah. I feel bad though because I do want NSG to inside, but
I okay. Look, I've been a Zero Gaming believer from the start. I'm gonna switch. I'm hopping. I'm changing ships. I think NSG Forsaken. I think with the Gwen against the Tom Kench. I'm assuming it's going to be a slightly more tanky Aurelia. That true damage from health, that true damage from just all of her abilities, the passive, the Q, I think is going to be really important and useful. I think as much as Zero Gaming are going to be able to survive those drawn out fights, I think they're going to sort of be forced into drawn out fights against the Gwen, against a Tryndamere. He's going to be staying alive for at least 2-3 seconds when he does have that ultimate available, that undying range. He's going to make sure he's going to be on one of the carries. And Zero Gaming, they're going to have to choose between, do we stop this diving Hecarim? Do we stop this diving Tryndamere? Or do we try and CC the carries? Do we CC the Gwen? Do we CC the Aphelios? I think that they do have a good amount of CS, 100%, CC, sorry, 100% with the Kench, with the Lilia, with the Aurelia, with the Nami. Like you said, 4 of the members hard CC, but something tells me after the last game, looking at the draft, I'm loving the Tryndamere mid. We've not seen that yet. I'm gonna go. I'm voting NSG Forsaken. I'm doing
you
it.
think the momentum's gone over to NSG?
I mean, it has, right? They won that one game.
Yeah, yeah.
They played. The teams were really even, right? But NSG Forsaken, they played around their power spikes. They knew, right? Ezreal's dummy thick in the gold department. He's so
Yeah.
strong, he can just start running people over. Same thing with the LeBlanc. I think Zero Gaming, where in the last game, we have seen their ability to lock down and get on the carries when they're able to do so. But I think the last game showed that NSG can also adapt around that to try and force Zero Gaming into something uncomfortable.
I really don't want to see Forsaken going for team fights. They should really be split pushing mainly.
Mm.
They've got a lot of side lane pressure with the Gwen and the Tryndamere, but you never know. They could go for a Drake and then it's all over. But
Very true. I think this is one of the games where either comp could snowball, right? Zero we'll take a look at this bot lane to start with. Lucian Nami.
Oh,
I mean, it's Lucian Nami, right? Like, if it gets ahead, as tanky as Braum is, his shield only lasts for a few seconds. Lucian dash is consistently up. Nami bubbles that enchant on the E is a shorter cooldown than the Braum shield. They can just wait 10 seconds and do it all over again when Forsaken do not have that shield and they don't have that way to defend. This is gonna be explosive. It's game 3. It's hype. We love a game 3 in the SLA. We love a game 3 anywhere. It's the most fun spectator. It's the winner take all. It's the you've played these games. You've grueled so far. Who is going to emerge victorious in game 3 of Supreme League Europe? Any final thoughts on the draft?
no, I think everything's been said, but yeah, it's gonna be a banger of a game. 100%.
It's going to be a huge banger. I want to see how tell me a little about this jungle matchup. Obviously, Hecarim, you've made a pretty clear that you think is a dog shit champ. But what? Tell me what's the avenues for Hecarim here? What's the avenues for Lilia?
So Hecarim should be looking to like go mid as much as possible in bot lane. Top lane's really not. It's going to be an island this game. It's going to be Resident Sleeper. Lilia has basically every lane to go into. There's no lanes that are necessarily bad, especially when she hits 6 because bot lane is basically free kills. Mid laners as well. The only issue is obviously Tryndamere is really a safe champ E away, so you'd have to bait out his Eve. But yeah, Lilia, I think farms better. She ganks better. She's just way better in the jungle at the minute. Heka really needs a good Q damage buff or a Trinity Force buff
to really sort of bring the champion back into the meta. Well, I am excited to see what lanes these teams play against. I think it's pretty obvious what lanes Zero Gaming are going to be playing with. Again, it's Aurelia, it's Lucian Nami, but Zero Gaming had been waiting for this, right? Lucian been banned out both games before. They pretty much been holding out for the Lucian. They finally get it on their game 3. I would say it's probably the most important lane for Zero Gaming because as strong as Aurelia is, if she is going to be going that more tanky orientated build that we have seen, with the more tanky myth, with the Gore Drinker, with the Spirit Visage, as opposed to something more aggressive, it can play out a few different ways. I'm going to be interested to see it. We will be very shortly moving over to draft. If you bear with me a few minutes and we will be jumping in. I'll make sure that you can see it as well. Here we go. Game 3. Zero Gaming versus NSG Forsaken. Oh, and we got a pause. Let's turn off the chat. We don't want to dox our players for using the bathroom. I completely understand. Happens to all. Happens to all people. Don't worry. Oh, I'm excited. I am very excited. Level 1. We've seen the teams not sort of meet, right? They've always been just on the other side, just not quite catching up when you want it to happen.
I want to see them mix up. I want to see NSG go bot side this time.
I just want to see them meet this time. Oh, there we go.
My right arm is a lot stronger than my left arm. My right arm is a lot stronger than my left arm. My right arm is a lot
Let's
stronger
get into the
than my
game.
left
So the
arm.
5-stack once again.
Straight top side,
Oh.
yeah.
Hang on, my League of Legends maybe dying a little bit. Oh, here we go. Oh, I think it was just a pause. Don't worry.
My right arm is a lot
We're good.
stronger than my
5-stack in the top lane. Luchesco, I don't think he meant to. Pop that immediately.
stronger than my left arm.
Trinamir popping out the taunts now. Aurelia is here for the side of Zero Gaming.
My right
And it points out Zero flashes top side as well. So they've gone for a very, very risky lane.
True, you've got the Ignite TP from Tom Kench and the Ghost TP from Gwen. So Gwen is really looking for these mid to late game fights, making sure she can stick on those carries. I think Nami is going to have to be very careful in these fights because she is really vulnerable. She's going to be able to really get caught out and brutalized if she is oversteps.
Stronger than my left arm. My right arm is a lot
All right,
stronger
Tryndamere, we
than
get
my
it.
left arm. My right arm is a lot
They're starting
stronger
opposite side of jungle again. And Lilia's going leashless, so maybe there'll be a cheese bot lane.
Oh, true. That
hope.
Lucian Nami is so aggressive. If we just check, it is Electrocute Nami, so going for the full LPL aggression in the bot lane. Let's see how they do. I'm interested to see. I've seen a few Lucian Namis both start E level 1. Right, and I think I prefer. I don't know. I've not tried it enough, but it is really strong. Right, because Lucian gets his empowered autos, he gets that new passive. Okay, yeah, Nami started E, but Lucian did start Q. Brom gonna connect, and there's the power of the Tom Kench. As strong as Gwen is, and she may be into these later stages of the game, Tom Kench is just an absolute unit. It's just gonna be tanking up all the damage, seemingly not taking any, and punishing. I don't know how I feel about the bone plating on the Aurelia here, when I feel like against Tryndamere could have taken something else. Alright, Tryndamere, it's happening. Oh, can I mute someone? I don't think I can. I guess it's not happening. His right arm is stronger than his left arm, and we will be hearing about it. I do find it quite amusing just anytime we hover over mid. My right arm's a lot stronger than my left arm. Now, a little bit unusual, bot lane getting pushed in. I think this is just Larissa just showcasing that prowess on the Aphelios, on his AD carry. He's shown himself out to be very solid of an AD carry, securing advantages where he can, just in lane in terms of CS advantages. They know, right, we just need to keep this Lucian Nami pushed in so they have less room to work. As long as I'm dodging these piercing lights, then you know things are gonna be okay. Hecarim looking to gank on the Aurelia on the mid lane. He is standing by, looking for the charge or the trample. Aurelia dashing in. Her wave is pushing towards Tryndamere, so looks like Hecarim is committing. Didn't go for the full clear. Here he goes, dashing in, gonna be knocking the Aurelia back, and Aurelia flashing away the wrong way. Double goes from the side of Zero Gaming, and I think Zixer is about to be Zixer. No, sorry, he's dead. But meanwhile, in the bot lane, here comes the power, even through the Borm shield. Tariki dealing damage, but Orisa gonna be just poking him out. Oh, return damage, heal coming out, but the TP, Minecraft down is Minecraft down. And here we go, Tom Kench dashing forward with the jumping into the ocean. Ignite coming out, he's tanking. Oh, but the damage was enough. Tom Kench kill is going to be traded over, so it's a 1-for-1, but what's important is that Tom Kench does not have TP. Gwen is left by herself, just farming up, which is exactly as Gwen wants. Unfortunately, Lucian picking up 0 of those kills, Nami picking up 2. Return gank here in the mid lane, not going to connect the flawless duet, and Tryndamere telling us about his arm once more as he escapes that gank. It's exactly as you said, that Tryndamere E, just such a safe ability.
If I was this Lilia right now, I'd be looking more towards bot side. There seems to be a lot more play potential there.
Yeah, especially with bot lane. Obviously, with the push most of the time, always ending up on the tower, trying to gain advantage that way, which is good, but it does have its dangers. Zixer, he's just not able to find many of these flawless duets here, and Parker showing himself again to be really fleet of foot. He was before, and he still is, dodging them out as often as he can.
My right arm is a lot stronger than my left arm.
No real CS advantages anywhere, apart from the top lane where we do sort of have a 5-6 advantage at the moment. Now we've got the support roaming into the mid lane, trying to make some waves on this Aurelia, but she is a very agile champion, and there was pings coming out for the side of Zero Gaming. Okay, Akram ganking the bot lane. Bubble not going to connect. Nami going to be forced to flash, but here comes the Grabson. Going to be locked down. Gun swapping for Aphelios. Not going to be enough follow-up damage to take down Ricky. So it was just some time committed for a flash off of the Nami. I'd say that was pretty worth. And looks like NSF are going for the first dragon.
Yeah, Lilia's been way too safe right now. She's just farming while she took Dark Harvest. What she should be doing right now is looking for, not invades, but looking for potential skirmishes and fights.
Yeah, because she's looking for those camps, knowing that Hekram's missing or on the dragon, but topside's all down, friend. He made sure to clear that up before you got there. So, meanwhile, are we looking top lane? We've got Rhythmic going in on the Tom Kench. Arvid stuck between a big fish and a hard place. Here comes the deer walking down the side. Swirl Seed not going to connect, but tower shot down from Arvid. Gonna pop the 1000 cuts ultimate. And might actually get the return kill on Chucky, but no. Chucky gonna take the kill. Arguably better on him than on Riverick.
Arvid's not had a good day today. Going against this
it's not
two
been his
poppies.
time. Yeah, he's had a rough time. Minecraft round, really liking that Brom dash forward into Q, try and get the concussive blows passive, but not quite worked out this game, and going to be chunked quite low. It's exactly where Lucian Nami wants you. But if we have a look at Hecarim, he is on the wrong side of the map, but it's paying off for him. Lilia back in this top lane, trying to make plays on this Tom Kench. I think more to shut down the Gwen than to get the Tom Kench ahead, because Tom Kench, he can bide by himself. Right? He's happy just chomping away, not dying ever, and forcing this Lilia to be under tower in a bad position.
Tryndamere doing Tryndamere things.
Well, if your camps are up, he's gonna take him, and he's just so safe. He's gone for the berserkers first for that getaway.
Oh, he's coming in behind.
I imagine Aurelia could just walk away, but he is level 6. He does have the ghost, he does have the flash. Zixer going for a really aggressive minion, holding the flawless duet, not going to connect, but here comes Randolph with the support roam, but Parker just going to walk away happily. And I don't know, Zero Gaming, I don't think they're as far ahead as they should be with the time bomb that is NSG Forsaken's comp at the moment.
Yeah, this is completely different to the first game where NSG were just running down slightly. They're playing a lot more safe, and if this gets to the 20-minute mark and there's been just like a few more kills, then NSG's definitely got a safe lead.
Okay, but in the meantime, we do have a big fight for the contest. Gonna pop the Hecarim devastating charge, but in the backline, Gwen cutting up the bot lane. Nami getting low, but not going to get taken down. Crucially, Toriki going to take down Gwen. Meanwhile, a Tryndamere ultimate pops, and Randolph M going to pick up the third kill on this dangerous Nami. It's going to go down in return, but
hey, electrocute Nami. Don't knock it till you try.
Clearly not. It is strong. It has its benefits in terms of damage, but Nami did die in return of being that being that squishier. So NSF, SG, whatever it was, opting for the bot lane play. So they knew they weren't going to win Herald. They didn't have the numbers. They did kind of commit to the fight, and they felt the consequences of that being the 2-4-1. But in the bot lane, sorry, 3-for-1, they are happily taking some trades, some plates. Seems like they want to play against their AD carry again. But here's a Tom Kench in the bot lane. Aphelios on the Gravitum, snaring them up. slowing the Tom Kench constantly so he can't get in, but he does have that red buff. If you step up, you are in trouble. Here comes the Licky Licks. He's got the thick skin, so he's not particularly worried. But concussive blows coming out from the Braum with the passive, and the huge damage from the Tom Kench Qs. But having the Severum, he's just going to heal up, no problem.
If
Tom
I
Kench
see
diving back
a
in.
big,
Here comes the Hecarim.
I really hope I don't dive this, because TP is going to come back.
Oh, the exhaust, but Tom Kench just does so much damage. Gonna take him down. Hecarim diving. Moonlight Sigil gonna take the Tom Kench down. Gonna trade the 1 for run. Crucially with that kill ending up on the Aphelios. But he might have overstayed his welcome. Lucian dashing in, afraid to commit. Flash forward. He ain't afraid to commit. But the Hecarim not even gonna get the return kill. Double kill for the Lucian. He is where he wants to be. He's 303, 300 gold shut down, 5 CS down, but he's got a bot lane to himself with his support. He is going to be pushing that advantage now.
This is just straight up what I said. Don't go for the team fights. Don't go for more than like a number is equal or more or less than, because you're just going to get absolutely destroyed by Zero Gaming's comp.
Yeah, at the moment, Zero Gaming are they're finding those, they're turning those questionable plays into those definitely not questionable plays, right? Where there's favorable outcomes. Meanwhile, Minecraft Drowned overstepped, gonna be forced to flash out, but otherwise unharmed. But gonna use that Zero Gaming, gonna transition that into a dragon. Looks like it's generally uncontested from NSFG, but they are Forsaken. So they are making their way down towards the dragon a bit too late, and so the dragon falls. Ocean Soul. Ooh, this is a... Considering these team fights, both teams seem to be playing for long, drawn-out team fights. Excuse me. I think this Ocean Soul is, whilst one of the more underrated dragons at the moment, is a very powerful dragon for long, drawn-out team fights. It was exactly what we're going to see.
Yeah, 100%.
We're going to check out. Okay, a bit of action in the top lane. Gwen going to pop down the ultimate. Charge 2, charge 3. Going to get eaten by the Tom Kench. Bit of damage coming out, but the true max health damage from Gwen coming out. The healing coming up from the Riftmaker, but Riverick trading over some decent damage with that Ignite extra that he has. Licky! He is taking Arvid down at the auto attacks! Arvid just doesn't auto!
No.
He just stops autoing, and Riverick, the Tom Kench, wins the 1v1 with a Mythic completed for Gwen. 20 CS up, still losing the 1v1. Gotta love Tom Kench, but really well
I think
played.
that was a mechanical misplay.
A little bit. And here comes the Lucian. Flash away from Mauricio, but it's not enough. You just flashed into the path of the culling. Did not flash sideways. And it's the Prometheus school of running away from things. And going to fall victim to the culling. But here comes a ghosted Tryndamere looking for this double kill on the dive. Going to get CC'd up. Going to get Nami. Clean Nami tidal wave. Ultimate coming down. Undying Rage. He's going to be tanking up the tower. And Nami, fourth kill. Oh, she is happy with that. Zixer coming in, maybe trying to trade back something else, but Tryndamere gonna be happy with that. Trading the kill on the Lucian, getting that shutdown, I do believe. Yeah, Hecarim actually getting the shutdown. Never mind. Trying to propel the Phantom Horse into the game a little bit, going for the Trinity Force.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not ideal. The Heka, his clear's way too slow. Yeah,
I mean, looking at the CS, right, like 10 CS up for the side of Zero Gaming, with Chucky playing that Lilia.
He's opted for the Dark Seal as well.
Yeah. So it's interesting choice to go for the farming route, but I think maybe just playing more again for that scaling with the Lilia really does a lot of work in these late game team fights. Swirl Seed connects onto the Aphelios. Lilting Lullaby not going to be committed for Zero Gaming, so no follow-up. Given, just going to let this Aphelios farm the mid lane. Now, they've gone for the lane swap. Oh, meanwhile, in the top lane, bit of trading coming up from Riverick. Nothing too serious, though, so nothing we need to worry about. Now, NSFG looking to make a play in the mid lane. They've got 3, but Zero Gaming answering, bringing Lucian up, bringing the Nami up. They don't want to give this tower just yet. Zixer with the Flawless Silhouette, gonna land on 2. Follow up Nami bubble. The damage coming through. Tidal Wave gonna get blocked.
NSG
Vanguard's edge.
Fight.
No, they really don't, but they're still trying to take it. Culling now. Luchesco does manage to take down Zixer. Pretty crucial kill there, but Toriki still free hitting. And nothing else other than the 1-4-1, but looks like that with the numbers advantage, 3 in the mid lane, Zero Gaming successfully defended their tower, and they're going to take that trade moving up towards the Herald. It's another 4-man Herald for Zero Gaming, the special.
NSG, they're doing the right thing right now though. We got Tryndamere split pushing, getting tier 2.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what you want Tryndamere doing, right? Just being a nuisance. Split pushing. Anyone who comes, if there's only one of you, you're probably dying.
I think they committed too much to that Herald. I think Lilia and Tom Kench maybe could have done it. But
So meanwhile, they're committing to the mid lane instead. Flashes coming out from the side of Toriki. Not going to be able to connect onto Minecraft Drowned, whose flash came back up since the last exchange and is into safety. Oh, another aggressive flash from NSFG. Parker in the back lane, taking down the shutted down Nami. Gale forces forward, Undying Rage. He is free hitting on the Tom Kench, but he's just going to take the Summoner Ignite back out to safety. Now, our Zero Gaming, they're looking to chase. Chucky with the passive stacking up, does have the Lilting Lullaby, could be looking to go some bowling. Tom Kench going mid, dangerously close to the Aphelios. Swirl Seed not connecting, so they're just going to Herald mid. They know NSG Forsaken are on the back foot. They're recalling, they're reset, or they're really low health, so they take the advantage. They're going to take the T1. Now, they left Aphelios alone, so he's going to take down the Herald.
And then they're going to take Ocean. Wow. Right. It's just really unlucky, isn't it, for NSG? You think they're going to win a fight and then just instantly turns around because their comp's just not designed for it?
No, they really do have those more split push or small skirmishes, right? You've got the Tryndamere, you've got the Gwen, insane split push champions. You know, Arvid, he's lost a few of these 1v1s, and he might be about to lose another. Gonna be forced to pop the Ghost. Riverick chasing after him. Gonna pop the Mystic Shroud and get to safety. Got 3 in the mid lane. No Swirl Seed connection yet. Chesco just out here in the bot lane, clearing up some of this vision. What are both teams playing for at the moment? They want to play for picks. I mean, we know what they should be doing, but what do you think they're actually going to end up doing?
NSG should have been looking for Heralds, but they've lost both of them, so that's really unfortunate. They just didn't have any of the lane pressure they wanted mid and top. But Zero Gaming, I think, doing exactly what they need to do. They're farming for that Ocean Soul, so that team fight's even more unstoppable.
No, for sure.
And then, yeah, they just hover around Baron or a Drake, Elder Drake, and then just wait for NSG to walk into their trap.
Yeah, pretty much. With the Gwen TP, Arvid is going to be having it soon, but they're going to be committing 3 to this Tryndamere in the bot lane. Ping's coming out from the side of NSG Forsaken, Lilting Lullaby. Gonna Gale Force to try and gain some distance. He doesn't even pop the ultimate. He gets immediately murderized, and that is 1 dead Tryndamere.
Getting perks flashback.
Yeah, does make me wonder why he committed the Gale Force. Maybe he just didn't. I'm assuming he just didn't expect the damage, and I think at that point maybe just consign that you're dead and just try and waste as much time as possible. But Quick Blades flicked up. Now we do have Zixer looking for a 1v1 against Arvid. Vanguard's Edge is going to connect and is going to get the murder. Snip, snip, snip from Arvid is not enough against the Blade Dancer. That is Zixer's Aurelia. Zixer's back. Gone for the solo kill. Now, what do you think about that build? He's gone Stride Breaker. He's gone Iron Spike Whip into Bork second.
I actually know an Aurelia main. They say it's the better choice.
Oh, well, fair enough then.
But, yeah, I mean, both work. I mean, Immortal Shield Bell works as well, but they've got a lot of, like, Hekka's going to be built quite tanky, and Gwen's going to go for the Rift Maker, so there's quite a lot of tanks, so I understand to be gold drinker for the sustained fight.
Oh, the gourd drinker, 100%. I think that makes sense. I think it was just more the decision to pick up the Iron Spike Whip and then get the Bork. Wow. Ziggs are in the top lane, pushing it out happily. Gonna be met by 2, so gonna back off. But this Tryndamere, I suppose the downside of the strat here from NSFG is that NSGF, sorry, is that they know the Tryndamere is going to be bot, because that's pretty much all he's doing is just going for that split push, so they can sort of Zero Gaming can plan accordingly. Little death push. They tried it before, it didn't quite work out. They try the part 2, see if they can make something more successful. No Swirl Seed connection, not going to be able to go bowling just yet. Trying for this vision. Seems that both teams are trying to get that priority on the mid lane, on the bot lane for this upcoming dragon. Now, Zigzar does have TP, so does Arvid. Oh, Riverick aggressively going in onto the Tryndamere, but look at the damage from Riverick. Gonna force out the Undying Rage. Here comes Hecarim to try and provide some of that precious kite. Not gonna connect with the Tongue Lash. Is gonna W in. Gonna get feared up by the Spectral Charge. Lilting Lullaby. Look at the damage though. Riverick does so much. And god damn, in the bottom of the team fight, there goes the Gale Force to pick up the no ultimate Parker.
The speed of Tom Kench then when he was walking toward, I think he has is it momentum or something? The rune.
Yeah, I is wondering if he has gone approach velocity.
That's it.
You're on about. He has not. He doesn't actually have it. So I think
he just
he's just relying on the Tom Kench passive and the Nami speed up as well from the passive.
True.
Oh. It's 2 dragons for the side of Zero Gaming. They are 10 kills ahead, but they are only 1k gold ahead. Just showing how important that farming is. You know, this Gwen 30 CS ahead. This, but pretty much all lanes apart from jungle ahead. Meanwhile, we've got a really aggressive TP coming in. The double TP. Here comes a Zigzar. Here comes a Tom Kench. Here comes the Moonlight Sigil onto 2. Toriki putting out damage. Gonna be attacking the Aphelios on the bot line with the Lilting Lullaby and the Culling. Not going to be able to get the dash over the wall just yet. Still on kill. But Tom Kench, he eats Lucian. He isn't able to go on the wall because he puts him out. Toriki dashing in. They are going to win with a 2v1 on the side of Forsaken. Oh, but the dash-in flash. Really well played from Toriki to even up the playing field a little bit. It is a 2-4-2 at the moment. But here comes the Gale Force. Here comes the...
Oh, the fear was so
Electrocute and the Imperial Mandate. But here comes a Tom Kench trying to CC down the Tryndamere, and he's going to pick up the double kill. So it is going to be a 3-4-4 or 5 actually, because Rom did die for the side of Zero Gaming.
That was just miscommunication with the double TP. I think the rest of the team were out of line. They weren't nearly as close as they should have been. But then NSG come around with an even worse plan and decide to go back in 0 health into the Lucian Nami.
A little bit. I'd say both teams did something questionable. I think if Zero Gaming had staggered those TPs a little bit more, have that Zigzar arrive just after Riverick, let that Tom Kench soak up all that initial damage, and then Aurelia does her thing. But either or, it works out pretty well for the side of Zero Gaming in the end. They got what they wanted. Now, trying to secure the advantage because they've all just reset a little bit later because they did the dragon. NSGF gonna be taking the advantage, try and get that prio on the Baron, make sure Zero Gaming don't do it for free so they can try and contest. Aphelios on the good guns, the white and red, gonna be cycling out the red, so it still have the Chakram, very strong team fighting, but there's no way he's gonna be able to sustain them both at the same time as the next fight coming up.
I
whenever.
think this soul's going to be huge for NSG.
Yeah.
They're going to be basically unstoppable at that point.
Yeah, Zero Gaming do manage to get the soul though. It does both deny it and gives them the benefits as well. But meanwhile, we've got a team fight up in the mid lane. Lily going to be caught out. Zonya's coming out. Only one under the Lilting Lullaby. But it's a 4-man wave Imperial Mandate on everyone. Here comes the culling. But gonna go inside the Shroud. Lucian, you are stepping up to that Aphelios rather well. And despite the trickle of HP, they're gonna escape with all 5 lives, whereas Zero Gaming are gonna lose one.
I can't believe how close the goal difference is. It just goes to show that just all those kills going on to Nami really didn't do
Yeah,
much.
they you know, it was a close fight. Nami got the huge 4-man tidal wave, got the Imperial Mandate on all of them. It was a huge amount of damage. They just didn't quite have they weren't in the position to follow up. Lilia getting caught immediately is not ideal for these team fights. Is not the one. It was a great turn. They managed to end up in their favor. Well, actually, Zero Gaming somewhat get the push in the prio, but they do lose that top lane. Going to be pushed up, so they're going to have to spend some time, or if they choose not to, committing to that shove. This is definitely the calm before the storm at the moment. There is going to be that next one big team fight that is going to help decide who takes the Baron, and I think puts them in a better advantage to win the game after that, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
Lilia going Sorority fishing. Meanwhile, Riverick, he's hungry for a 1v1. Parker, not unsure if he can win it, even though he's got the 3 crit items now. Here comes the Lucian getting some damage. Sorority connects. Minecraft down, just gonna get out. Meanwhile, Hecarim coming in with the charge. Gonna catch the Lucian, feared up. Diving in under tower, but the protection is there, the defense. Meanwhile, Lilia getting caught in the sidelines. Culling coming out, but it's a Tryndamere. He does not die when he presses his button, so he tanks it up. Riverick going in on the 1v3, tanky enough to survive, but they've got Toriki on the flank. Trying to gun from the side here, protected by Riverick. Not going to be able to find anything off of the back of that. Meanwhile, Zixer just farming up a storm, but looks like he may be in trouble here. He's getting focused down. It's a 2v1. Gonna have to hit the Vanguard's edge onto the Tryndamere. Not gonna kill, but the Gwen just does too much sustained damage. And Riverick TPing in to a fight he does not win, but he's going in. He sees the Lucian on the way. He knows Toriki's coming. He knows he has the damage, but they just don't want to commit to it.
I mean, this Tom Ganch is just completely... There's 3 of them and they don't want to go on him. They just don't do any damage, do they?
I don't know what it is with Riverick and being unkillable, but those 2 things do seem to be a little bit synonymous with each other. Lucian picked up the Shirelda's Grudge, so opting for a little bit more of the utility with the slow as opposed to the straight up damage from the max HP granted by Lord Dom's regards, and missing out on that crit chance, of course. So it's a decision to try and get that slow, get some more of that CC in there, help make space in these time fights. Minecraft down, gonna get caught out by the Tom Kench. Swirl Seed connects, no ultimate committed by Lilia. Just poking him back for this dragon, this ever crucial soul point.
Six has got a TP as well, so
he does, so he's up in the side lane. But he's not going to be there immediately, so it's going to be interesting to see whether they commit to starting the Baron. Swirl Seed, but Hecarim on the flank. Oh no, Toriki's caught out on the side lane. Here comes the Tryndamere, just going to melt him down. Lilting Lullaby hits 2, but it's not enough. Zixer TPs, but he sees his team is losing, so he just runs away. It is a 4-4-0 for NSFG, who have cracked this game on its head.
That was such a well-played team fight by Tryndamere and Heka. They both basically pincer maneuvered them. Heka coming in from the bot. Heka coming in from the top. Tryndamere coming from the bot, and just Lucian had nowhere to go.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal team fight. Played really well by Forsaken here. And it looks like Zix is going to be caught, so they are looking to make it the clean ace. He's stealing time, not enough. And he even leashes the Baron a little bit. Goodbye. That is a 5-4-0 for NSGF.
Well, yeah, the game just flipped. Just completely flipped.
Yeah, this is now where it starts looking dire for Zero Gaming because despite being ahead in kills, the gold is now 6k in the favor.
You've got Tryndamere and Gwen, amazing side laners with Baron buff.
Yes.
You can 3-1-3 this so easily, it's ridiculous.
It is not something that you really want to be going up against, in all honesty. Not at all. Alright, so looking here is now up for the pace to be set, decisions to be made. We need to see how these teams are gonna be playing. Alright, in the mid lane, push coming through. Gonna connect Swirl Seed on Braum, no follow up. Now looking at a little bit at the items and things. So Gwen, pretty standard, got the Zhonya's, 3 items, got the Riftmaker. Oh, but Tahm Kench gonna catch 2, never mind. He is a tanky boy, gonna actually munch a Hecarim, holding him for so long into the Swirl Seed, is gonna charge out, but ultimate gonna be cool. But that TP, Gwen, you're looking at 4 members of the team, but has the Zhonya's, buys time. Tryndamere killing the Nami, melting her down, got access to the backline now. Ultimate pop, chunking down this Tahm Kench. Lucian with the culling, gonna have that slows as well, to try and do some more damage. A bit of an overstay, dying under tower. Hecarim gonna go down, but the damage! That's a triple kill. Oh, no, we don't get to see the quadri. Ziggs are gonna back up. The insane amount of damage as we're talking about the scaling. Parker, Watcher on the Tryndamere, just so strong, so powerful. Larisso, Arvid, these 3 damage threats, the ones you see on your screen this very moment, are absolutely tearing into Zero Gaming, and they're gonna secure themselves an inhibitor off of that play. Do they look for a tower? They do. Nami, the only one alive. They have 10 seconds of grace before anyone else is up. Not too scared of the Nami. They're looking to end. It could actually be the end. Oh, but never mind. The electrocute Nami going to take down the Tryndamere. It's just Larisso by himself. He flashes on the Nami, takes him down. Doesn't he have enough time? Here comes the Tahm Kench. Does he have the CC? The knockup does connect. Here comes the Lilia. No ultimate. He eats him. The super minions is still hitting the base. The one base, but here comes Arvid coming in. Last hit on the Nexus. GG! Victory for the team, the ultimate NSFG. They take game 3. They take the series. Whoo! I didn't quite expect the game to end like that.
I'm shocked. I don't know what to say.
I mean, yeah, it was really well played from NSG Forsaken. They reached a certain point where in team fights, that Tryndamere, that Gwen, they were just way too effective.
I have to say, Parker, after that first game, he was not having it. He was tired of getting bullied by the Syndra. He wanted full control over every game since then, and he's done it.
Fair enough. Yeah, he after getting beat down by that Syndra, as you said, he had enough. Parker really turned on the power, turned on the charm, and really just went for it. And mad respect for Zero Gaming. They took one game off. They were looking really strong in that first game. They were looking strong in the second one, but unfortunately just not able to make it happen. Looks like we do have a interview lined up with the victors, as you Forsaken. Got to bring in 2 of their players for an interview. Arvid and Loris coming in shortly for an interview, and we can see how they feel after that victory. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, gentlemen.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. How do you feel? You've just reverse swept, only a best of 3, but still come back from the 1 loss. How are you feeling at the moment?
We feeling good. Slightly tilted, maybe.
Why are you tilted? What's going on?
Okay, so I definitely was the most tilted. So I hear right before the game that we are going to have my mid laner and my mid laner as support, and my top laner as AD carry, and I'm going top lane as the jungler, and then we have our support, who we have two of our support players. One of the support, who actually used to be a jungle main, is actually playing mid lane, and then our support, who has barely played any other lane, goes into the jungle. So I'm like, okay, pick me Kennen, and then I die once, and the golden rule of top lane is if you die once in top lane, your game is over for the rest of the game, as you can clearly tell. And then I was telling my guys, please, I want to win this game. I don't want to end losing two best of threes in a row. So I'm just like, let's just do the roles that make sense. So we put our mid laner actually in the mid lane, and our support actually at the support role, and our support player who used to be a jungle main actually in the jungle, and it was just night and day.
It's very true that game one performance versus games two and three, they were pretty different teams, and I suppose that explains why a bunch of role swaps. Was that the plan going into game one? How did that happen?
Uh, our original ADC that we were supposed to use, one of them were gone. The other one was really sick. He coughed blood and everything. He couldn't play, right?
Oh, jeez.
So
Hope he feels better.
then we had to do some emergency changes, and this was the best lineup that we could think of.
No, fair enough.
What?
Fair enough.
And only lineup we could think of. Yeah.
Well, no props. I mean, it was a great 3 games, fantastic series. How you feeling about Zero Gaming? Any words for them or notes on them?
Like, I think just ban the Poppy. It's impossible. It's impossible to lane against Remorik's Poppy.
Yeah.
I had to cast it and play against it.
you
It is
you did.
like legit. Just if anyone's playing a zero game, ban this man's Poppy. Your top laner cannot play the game unless he's playing Darius, and yeah, unless he's playing Darius.
Yeah,
You
the
cannot play against this man's Poppy.
River
I'm just
Poppy,
saying that.
very nasty.
Other lanes except for mid looking pretty boosted. Otherwise,
Wow. Fair enough. Shrek, Source Boy, any questions?
I mean, my main question was going to be, how did you like going against that Poppy? Because we really enjoyed watching you try and
so-
2v1 her.
first game, I was mostly playing as the Syndra, but I could feel the Poppy's presence even from the top lane. And the second game, like I could solo kill her. I could solo kill her a lot of times, but her or his, I don't know, boyfriend is coming up and diving my lane level 3. And then she gets executed. I don't even get the trade kill. But then I realized I'm playing Tankled, so I just had to buy Sunfire Aegis and Gargoyle Stoneplay, and I'm just fine and push side lanes.
Yeah.
And then third game, I finally could get my team captain or my drafter some sense and just make him ban the Poppy. And then we get Tom Kench. I'm like, okay, you have two choices: put me on Lilia or put me on Gwen. And my teammates were like, put on Gwen. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played Gwen in a long while, because I'm a jungle player, and Gwen is obviously not the beast she used to be. But it went well.
Certainly,
If
we're popping off on that Gwen. Carry on.
Thank you.
If you could choose one person on your team that could be MVP for the series, who would you choose? I've got an idea in my head, but I'm just curious.
I have to go with my Swedish bro, Lauri.
Okay.
Respectable.
Props.
Yeah, I feel
Who's your MVP award? Shrek, Source Boy.
It has to be Parker on the. I think he carried like the 2 games, especially. I mean, obviously Ezreal was really fed, but I think LeBlanc really broke people's ankles, and then the third game with Tryndamere, just amazing performance.
Come on, man! Didn't you see my cannon?
Oh yeah,
Come on.
your cannon was great. Your cannon was great.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I love it.
Brilliant. Well, it was an excellent series, gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us here for an interview. Any final thoughts, final regards?
Thank you, and thanks for the cast.
We're this is only like 10% of what we have to offer.
Yeah.
We have 90% of gas that hasn't been used for 2 weeks now.
Wow, I am for one very excited to see you unleash the other 90% and see just how far you can take everything.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for coming on, gentlemen, and great games.
See-
So,
Goodbye.
yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much for joining me, Shrek, Sourceboy on the caster desk today. It was a pleasure having you. Very entertaining couple of games, trio of games, if you will, and hopefully we will be able to get another game for the Supreme League Europe soon and shortly. Thank you, audience, for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you, and look forward to seeing you in the next games.
See you guys.